All right. And there we go, everyone. And we're back. So, we just had a good little intermission. Some of us got food. Some of us are ordering food.
Looking at ordering food, yeah.
Planning to order food. So, with where we left off, also, I originally said I didn't want to eat on stream, but fucking I'm hungry. I got pizza.
Hey.
You all are now at the tavern. The only ones at the table are now Ivor, Cora, Magna, Birin. I feel like at some point Amir would have come down and joined you guys actually, so I feel Amir's probably down there. Dimitri may have gone back to bed because it is still early for him. He's a night person. So Amir's probably down there with you. So the only people kind of in the room that aren't freed are Wallace and Larkin, but they are kind of back and forth. They're working. They're not exactly paying attention. They'll come check on you every now and then. When Magna and Biren come back, they do bring plates of food out for them, but they're kind of relatively leaving you alone. They seem to be preparing for the day. Larkin would actually make kind of like a when Wallace isn't there and it's just you guys and him, he kind of makes a sort of an apology for having to deal with Meredith. But like a knowing apology because he knows that he's not alone in the dislike of her. But other than that, leaves you all be. You all are now seated. 4 hydrates, 4 stretches, and 1 posture. So everyone check your posture. Let's all drink some liquids. All right. Now, the scene is up for you. You all were possibly discussing freeing some people.
So I don't know what you all want to do moving forward, but we probably should work on freeing more people.
Agreed.
With a few people in mind, that would be good immediately. Larkin for sure, maybe Richard and Claudius. I already told Claudius that we might end up calling for them later.
I mean, they hate the people here just as much, or just as much as we do, so I don't see why not.
Couldn't hurt.
I like the idea of trying to free Richard, Claudius, and Larkin, so...
If we can do 3, yeah.
It's a lot of people, but I mean...
They're not as closely linked as the others, and Thespis, Dimitri, and I were able to do it pretty easily last time. So I think that it might be draining after the third one, but we could probably get them done.
You could also ask Amir and Mikhail.
And
having more help. Yeah, we can have more help. Might be easier if we have more people.
You all are...
Depending.
You do have, like, the people at the table. And when you mention, like, you know, we could... Maybe, like, Amir and Biren could help. They are there, so they both would chime in.
Yeah.
They'll both chime in. It's like, yeah, of course. With an acknowledgement of, like, anything that you all need.
We can also try to maybe not cap it at 3, depending on how everyone's feeling.
Yeah,
just
I think
go from there, but I think it would be good to start.
Because we know 2 was training last time.
Amir chimes in.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what was that?
Our other roommate made a noise.
Loud.
I don't know. I was like, hello? Jesus.
Amir does lean in. I definitely agree that we should free Larkin. I think that he would be a very valuable asset.
I agree.
Will say from personal experience, if we free Larkin, we should probably think about Wallace.
I definitely want to.
Yeah.
Wallace is going to be an entire thing on its own, though.
It's going to be like Winter's, if not worse.
And we can even give this reasoning to Larkin of we want them to be as prepared as we are. When we do that.
I'm not saying that we free Wallace today.
No.
Just don't make Larkin wait days.
No.
Thank you. So that's my only input. It kind of leans back and
Appreciate it.
Biren.
Useful input.
Biren kind of gives like a little rub on Mimir's back. Like, oh, sorry, Jason. I thought you were gonna say something as Magna. Oh. It's like, so, who would we want to start with?
I think it might.
To Richard and Claudius, right?
I think it might be best, though, to do Larkin first if we're doing him today. Richard isn't exactly in a great position right now, and I'd like to.
I was
have
thinking
Larkin
doing Claudius first.
Or Claudius first, yeah.
Before
Richard.
Winter would chime in. I definitely think we should probably get Claudius before Richard.
Yeah.
Same with doing Darish before Beckett.
Oh, God, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's been a plan since before we even freed you.
Good.
To be honest.
No, that is a very smart plan.
That was the goal. I'd like to have Larkin on our side to help with Richard as well.
Not a bad idea.
Just because there's a lot of shit happening just with him. So, if we can do all three today, just kind of looking at Amir, Baran, and Thespis.
Yeah. And all of them seemed like Thespis is like, all right, you know what? It's been a while since I've done a triple show day, so I guess time to brush that all off and get going. And Amir and Biren are very much of a sense of duty, of course, whatever needs to be done. At about this point, the bell to the front door of the tavern opens, and in walks Mikhail, followed behind by Hitchwire.
Oh, hi guys.
Oh, hello.
Hi guys. Speaking of,
Wow, we were just talking about you.
we're just having a chat.
You do notice Mikhail is kind of pulling their cap down. Cora, you can tell, like, Mikhail's face is fine.
Yeah.
None of the caving.
Yeah.
But
I don't like it. I don't
definitely
like that.
the bags under the eyes are prominent. The shaggy hair that kind of covers their face more, the longer curls now. The oversized trench coat. Like, you can definitely see after the dream you had. Kind of makes sense. Trying to make them feel as small as possible. And Hitchwire behind them has a bag. Not a bag, it would be more like a box.
Robot Santa.
I was just going to say that. I was like, Santa.
Yeah. Robo Santa.
Robo Santa.
So Mikhail, like, sees you guys and like steps to the side so that Hitchwire can take the lead. Seems that they had been holding the door for Hitchwire, and Hitchwire walks over. And you see kind of on their shoulder, kind of as they're walking towards you, the little creature, Uspie, that Hitchwire made, kind of just and kind of go up onto Hitchwire's shoulder. It's kind of like nuzzled into like their neck. And you can almost see, like, when the creature nuzzles on the neck, you can see the fleshy kind of kind of brush against, like, so instead of like muscles and veins, it's like on wires that's behind the skin as the creature kind of nuzzles. Yeah, Janie?
Please tell me that whenever Uspie goes to sleep or wakes up, it is the, like, Windows plugging in of USB. Do.
Maybe.
Ivor doesn't need to know this. I just need to know this for my own well-being.
Mostly because I love it, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
That's so good.
And Hitchwire doesn't seem to like the first time you all met Hitchwire with Uspi. Hitchwire didn't let you like near Uspi. Hitchwire was like, no, you do not. But he seems a lot.
My baby.
Yeah, he seems a lot less. Like he kind of like leans into it a little bit. He's like, no, you used to stay on my shoulder. As he kind of walks over and he just drops the box onto the table. And just, you know, sorry to interrupt, but I need to give some of you something. And he looks to, like, he kind of, you see him point, like, one finger towards Magna, like, one finger towards Ivor, and then another finger towards Cora, so it's like that. Like,
I love it.
finger at each of you. And it's like, Magna, Ivor, and Cora, I have things for you. And Thespis is like, oh, you actually went through with it. Like, so as for friends of a friend, Thespis, I have something that might help you with your whatever you all are doing. And Mikhail told me that there are some things that you might need. So I've done my best to assist. And he kind of opens up the box.
Santa.
Magna, what he hands you is a pair of, like, they would look like gloves.
Socks.
Oh, socks.
For your hands, yes.
Wow.
They would look like gloves, except they would fit almost like, you know when you wear like mesh fingerless gloves and it's literally just the kind of like your palms and not your fingers. But they're very.
You just went to Hot Topic.
It's like that, except it's very wiry. It's like they are like little machines that you put on your hands.
Magna gets his own machines.
Get a machine.
So,
oh my god.
So these are gloves that you can wear, and in them are some sort of preloaded spells that you can cast, but only when you're wearing the gloves. But be careful. They don't take kindly to water. They're electronic, and Biren, machines.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to use the machines.
I made them for you, so you will be fine to wear them.
Okay, this is so much responsibility.
Well, what these do is there are certain spells that you can cast with these specifically. So, Jason,
yeah,
what these are gloves that give you the ability to cast Lesser Restoration, Dispel Magic, and Healing Hand.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
So those are the... So besides that, those are the only spells that you know. But you can now cast them with your gloves. I will give you exact spell slots, like, allotted later.
Yeah. Okay.
But, so you now are able to cast those 3 spells.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
And
thank you, Robo Santa.
That will carry over into any future games that you play these characters as.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was going to be like, okay, you're done. I'm taking these.
No, this will carry over. As long as you're playing Magna and as long as you don't break them, you have these gloves now.
Ooh.
The breaking thing.
The breaking thing.
More likely than you think.
Yeah, especially if I can run across water.
No. Ivor
ends up sinking.
No, stop! His hands are just up above the water.
God.
This is the worst thing. This is the worst thing.
He's the worst person you're gonna give that.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Ivor, you are handed he hands you a sort of like a cuff bracelet. It's like a very thin cuff bracelet. It's like but basically what this does is this will give you a little boost of energy. It'll feel a bit like a jolt, but I promise you it doesn't hurt. It sort of recharges you. And Jenny, what this means is that once a day, or in future sessions, once a session. So basically, once a session, you can use a D4 as an action, if it's in combat, to regain spell slots. Ooh. So you can use a D4 once a session as an action to gain back, like an adrenaline shot, to gain back spell slots.
I just want to mention the thing, because I don't play my characters to break them ever, but the thing about divination wizards is one of the things that they get is if they cast a higher level divination spell, they can get lower spell slots back after expending them. So I think that they can cast, like, I think 130 something spells a day, like at level 20. Like, if they use everything specifically to... I don't remember exactly what the number is, but it's so fucking broken.
Yeah.
But I love that, because I don't do that shit.
So, you are now able to, in a pinch, if you run out of certain spell slots, you can say, okay, I'm going to roll to get back some level 2 spell slots. And then you can use your action to get back spell slots. Cool. Cora, you are handed it looks like a dagger, basically.
Okay.
You recognize this very much as something you can tell by the weight of the blade and the weight of the handle that this is definitely made for throwing. This is a throwing knife. And Hitchwire just basically it's a guided blade. If you throw it, it helps you hit your target. If you use this dagger as a throwing knife, you will get advantage to hit.
You shouldn't have given me this. So that's 5d6 sneak attack every single time I hit.
Oh, you're gonna need it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I will give you all specific. I'll give you specific damage deets later.
Sick, bro. Thanks.
So these are your gifts from Robo Santa. Magna, you can now cast certain spells. Ivor, you have a way to get spells back, the spell slots back,
which is helpful.
And Cora, you now have a guided throwing knife, basically.
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah, bitch.
So, you will have advantage, or if you depending on how it's either an advantage to hit or the enemy will get disadvantage to dodge if that's the situation. So it will.
I mean, the advantage works fine because that's part of like the sneak attack shit.
Mm-hmm. So
thank you. This is really kind of you.
Hitchwire closes up the box, kind of gets a pat.
I did what I came for.
His hands, as they hit the desk, it's definitely not the fleshy, like, it definitely sounds, it sounds more like metal hitting metal, but with like a thin layer of something in between it, you know? Like, it definitely feels a lot heavier. And just, Magna, I do want to let you know with those gloves, just be careful. I tested them; they're fine. One of my proudest works, but it can be easy to forget you have them on. That they will pinch if you sleep with them on. So just be careful to not sleep in bed with them on. They can catch on the bed frame and on the bed sheets. So you all need sleep. So just keep that in mind. Would not be comfortable. And looks to Mikhail and like Mikhail then Thespis, and Thespis is, I did say that we may need some assistance, and it seems that he was able to provide. And Hitchwire's just, I don't know what you all are up to at this moment in time. I don't want to know. And like Hitchwire kind of gives like a little huff and like kind of staring at the box. And then the Uspi kind of gives like another and like kind of like a little chirp as it kind of like wraps around Hitchwire's neck and nuzzles into the other side and just we're right. Wraps arm around box, puts hand under box, steps away, holds the box.
Hitchwire?
Yes.
Thank you for this and for everything.
don't think I've done anything else, but it's appreciated. Your appreciation is appreciated. Thank you. You're welcome. Stares at the box.
I know it works. Thank you.
Need anything else? Nothing else to do at the lab. So. And,
Also, I know you're not much of a people person, but if you ever do want to talk to us, we'd love to talk to you. I think it's mostly we barged into your house the first day and don't want to bother you further.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'll blame it on them entirely. I
Yeah,
have no
it's
idea what was
mostly our fault.
happening.
It's mostly our fault. Mostly my fault. Sorry.
Hey, Dwyer, just gonna. You all are welcome to stop by. Just knock.
Knock first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do that in the future.
Thank you. You. Any friend of Thespis, I'll do my best to help. And I would say a friend of Thespis is a friend of mine, but Thespis, you befriend almost everyone, so that's very, very low standards. And Thespis, I have great friends, excuse you. And Thespis, you see Hitchwire just go, you're friends with me. That's questionable. So I know at that point you can see that Hitchwire is kind of awkwardly like, that's all I needed. I'm going to go back to my house.
Have a good day.
You too. You too. He just kind of awkwardly turns around, and you can tell that like the way he's carrying the box, it's mostly being carried with two hands to keep both of his hands busy, but he definitely has the strength to just use one hand, but it's mostly just keeping his hands busy.
He's just awkward.
It's like, I don't know what to do in this situation.
So I'm gonna leave.
Getting genuine gratification and like niceness from people. People want to interact with me. What?
Sounds fake, but okay.
Sounds fake, but alright.
So, you all now have tossed around some ideas of what to do.
Mm-hmm.
What would y'all like to do?
I'm chewing on ice. I'm so sorry. I think Larkin might be our best bet to do first.
Okay.
Because with the little bit that we've learned about Richard, I don't want to be without a powerhouse like Larkin. Mm-hmm. Eventually. So, and also having Larkin in general free is going to be a good idea.
Yeah.
And it'll help keep Wallace away from fucking Meredith again. More so. So.
I was going to ask Winter if she wants to be there.
Okay.
But she doesn't have to be.
Winter's just, I appreciate the offer. I think I'm actually going to spend a little time with my niece.
It's okay.
But, you all, good luck. Sorry, and looks at Thespis, break a leg. Preferably not your own. And, I'm sure I'll be out and about. Let's give a holler out a window. It's not easy to keep Lily inside, so... But I will make sure that we're not tossing too many more baseballs.
The baseballs you're probably not going to have to worry about.
It's the bat, so I've heard.
No.
Stick.
No.
Or it's the thing you gave her. By God, I need to go find out what the fuck you gave her. Okay. Alright, well, love you. And she gives like a kiss on your cheek. I'll go make sure that my niece ain't causing chaos that we can't handle. So, she gets up. She kind of looks to the rest of you and gives a little two-finger salute. And heads upstairs to the room that Lily and Malik had been. If Magda does finger gun, she's definitely finger gunning you back.
Do you click? Do you click? You learn from Thespis. Do you click?
Yeah.
He's just chewing.
Yeah.
Winter sees it and isn't gonna correct him. She's not gonna be an asshole, just
No.
Oh,
that's how you do it.
Oh yeah, back of the mouth.
Just this for the next 20 minutes. Like, let's go. In character, I want to see how this plays out.
I mean, God. So Winter would head upstairs. Winter heads upstairs to go check on Lily and Malik. So you are all left with Amir, Biren, and Vespus at the moment. Amir just, well, if you all would like to go talk to Larkin, I can go get Dimitri. What was that?
Might be a good idea, yeah.
There we go.
I don't know why it's so fucking quiet. Hello?
There we go.
Hello?
Hello?
So.
It shouldn't be.
Check text. All right, so, as you all, Amir gets up, heads upstairs to look for Dimitri. At about that time, Larkin would come back out from the back, and he seems to kind of be putting stuff on the shelves, kind of behind, like almost restocking after the party last night.
Yeah.
Because even though Richard did summon in a lot of liquor that was already there has been used, and cups were dirtied and all that jazz. So, you all end up, you see Larkin come in. What do?
She'd probably...
You want me to talk to him?
And you can. She was just gonna flag him down to come over.
Mm-hmm.
So do you?
Yeah, Ivor would get up.
Talk to him as much. So.
Yeah, Ivor would get up and walk over to the bar.
Okay. So, you head on over, and Larkin is putting things away, notices you, and just like hey, can I get you anything? It's a little early, don't you think?
That's not. You clearly know that something's going on, right?
Yeah.
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 I'm assuming you know you're being affected by it?
Whatever it is, it's kind of annoying, yeah.
Do you want to get rid of that?
I need to ask that one more time, and maybe think about what the answer might be.
Asking more as a formality than anything.
Right, as a formality, I'll say yes.
Okay.
I need your consent.
We can help. Right now, if you want. It's better done not in front of everyone, though.
So is that why you all keep...
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Fair warning, we can't do the same thing for Wallace yet. But we're working on it.
Why?
Because he is much more entrenched in it than most other people.
Okay. Not surprised. Upset, but not surprised.
Yeah. I'm working on being as powerful as I can be to assist with that.
All right. Yeah. Let me make sure that Wallace has something to do. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to keep giving him things to do, but if I don't, he just always ends up back with Meredith. I'll be right back. And Larkin walks in the back to where you assume Wallace is, and you can hear talking, but you can't really hear what's being said. After a few minutes, comes back. All right. Wallace is gonna be doing some more organizing for me in the back. So, as long as we can try and make this quick.
It shouldn't take too long. It's just going to be exhausting.
For you, maybe. I really don't have a concept of tired.
It's gonna be tough for you.
Okay.
We can explain more upstairs.
All right. After you.
Yeah, she'd walk back over to the table first and just be like,
Yeah.
All right. So you all head upstairs, and you are met with Amir and Dimitri already in the room that you've been using. So the room that you all freed Dalavash in yesterday. Sorry, I just realized my NPC notebook isn't in here, and I might need that. Cecil. I texted you and messaged you in the chat.
Oh, please.
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 I had everything else, but I don't have my NPC book, which is on me. Oopsie. I think it's in the living room.
Kind of neat.
Yeah. If it had literally been anyone else, Cecil's mad at me. Thank you, Bean. I think it's out there. Love you. Cecil's my best stage manager ever.
Excuse me, housemate, be useful. More than you already are being.
Yes. So you all head upstairs. Again, Amir and Dimitri are already in the room. And Larkin would just follow behind all of you, because Larkin has no idea what the fuck is going on.
No. Not a single idea.
Is a little less paranoid than a lot of the other people, in the sense of, like, Larkin doesn't feel that they need to be too worried, you know?
Yeah.
They could kill all of us if they needed to.
Yeah, it's more of the whole, I don't think any of you could kill me in a way that matters sort of thing.
We can't do jack shit.
But also in the
The
sense...
only person that could is Thespis, and Thespis wouldn't.
Exactly.
So...
Exactly. Yeah. So, and it's also partially like, okay, Larkin already knows something's going on, and you all have said you can help, and your behavior is lining up with, like, you know, just what's being said. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna trust this. But they would still walk in last.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Cora would close the windows, probably cover the mirror for this one. No, probably not. Wouldn't cover the mirror, just close the window. Like, cover it and close the window.
Okay. All right. So make sure you make sure the window's covered. And you end up eventually. Oh, I think Cecil's not finding it. Whoopsie. You end up like seeing Larkin kind of awkwardly shuffle in, but he doesn't seem to be like, he's not like the others getting cozy or anything, you know, he's not sitting down, he's still standing. Just, all right, so care to fill me in a little bit more on what's going on?
Meredith, from the beginning, when you got here, has a control on you.
Okay.
We've been working to free people. Everyone in this room, quite a few others as well, have already been freed or were freed from Thespis.
Okay.
We're gonna cast some spells. You good? Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh no, the book, it's gone.
The book is gone.
The notebook is nowhere to be kept found.
Oh, fucking Christ.
no.
Thank
As
you.
of right now, there are no NPCs
Was it right there?
in Nexilis.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you. I love you.
Oh, wow.
You're the best, Cecil.
Where did I
But we are going,
Fuck yeah. Okay.
as a collective, do some magic
To free
and free you. Yeah, you're going to be probably pretty uncomfortable. Everyone else that we've done so far has been, even if they say they're not going to be. You're going to remember a lot all at once. You're going to see a lot all at once. There's not much more that we can say without you immediately forgetting it. So.
Okay. All right.
But we'll be here.
Okay. Well, and like Larkin kind of looks over and like once like he sees Dimitri, it's like, you've been on this whole time, and Dimitri, much to my chagrin, yeah.
Bastard.
And Larkin, I'm not surprised. Makes you feel a little bit better, though. Thank you. Dimitri, you're welcome.
Drink water.
Okay.
Oh, hi, raid of 10 people. Hi.
Hello and welcome.
Before we get into the actual shit, for once, someone shut up.
Hey. Well, hello and welcome. I know that they're probably getting an ad right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're not. But hello and welcome everyone from
Geeks Like Us.
Thank you. Geeks Like Us. Yes, if you like queer D&D, we play this every Monday evening / early morning on Tuesdays. So if you like to get some more queer horror D&D content, give us a follow, join us on Mondays, or you can watch previous sessions on YouTube. So
We're getting them up.
We're getting it up there.
Surely.
We're getting it up there. So please join in the fun for Welcome to Nexilis. I just shared the YouTube link. So, we are currently about to...
It's basically a dating sim with trauma.
Yeah!
And like a god fight at the end.
Yeah!
Basically, what they're about to do is they are about to free a fae who has gotten a little mind controlled by a corrupt god of fate turned to a god of chaos. So they are going to be helping a fae get free from a god.
So excited.
So you all...
No focus on Casper. It's focusing on your pop filter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were just putting I was like, oh, we're all gonna hold hands.
Before they go into it, Cora is gonna say one more thing.
Go for it. Yeah.
Just based on how you were when we went to the library to help Wallace, you're probably going to be very, very angry.
Probably.
All I ask, or we're ever going to ask, is we understand your anger. We get it. Stay here.
Not the time or place. All right, got it.
Thank you.
So I'm probably going to be learning more about what they've been doing with Wallace?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely are.
Also, you're definitely going to witness a lot of other people's memories from before they came here. It's a weird thing. I don't know why it happened. It's not pleasant, though.
Yeah. Getting memories when you're not in control definitely isn't fun. I'm used to having control of that, so we'll see. Hasn't happened since I got here, though. This probably explains it.
Might have been happening since you got here, but just how'd you forget it?
And you see him, like, processing everything, and you're seeing very similar, like with Dalavash, Richard, and Claudius, the Red Ring, but kind of catching. Yeah.
Good.
A little bit. Right.
So most likely it definitely has been happening, and you've just been forgetting it. So you'll remember. And it's pretty much all at once.
Yeah.
What's time anyway? That's a you thing. So, all right.
And before we start, also, the only person that you're probably going to be angry with that I ask you not do anything with is Roger. He's kind of on our side. You'll understand when we finish this.
Similar goals. Don't like him. Similar end goals.
That makes more sense. Okay. And just all confusion is gone. Just, no. So, Larkin, like, should I sit or stand or lay?
Probably sit.
Sit or lay down or however you're most comfortable.
I'll sit. So just goes and sits on the bed. Again, similar. Dimitri stands by the wall. Biren kind of near him, mostly in a hole. Larkin says they won't storm out,
but I don't trust that.
We need a door.
And Biren, even though she's a fucking 7-foot paladin dragonborn, isn't sure if she could really stop a fae.
Yeah.
But, like, she's gonna try.
To be there just in case. Last line of
All we
defense.
can ask is that she tries.
She's gonna do her best, so.
We love her.
We love
her for that.
So, you all, just get all set up.
Cora's gonna assist Thespis again.
Okay. Amir is gonna also be near you guys, by the bed, by Larkin, with his greater restoration. Magna, you do now have a lower level dispel magic.
You can help.
So you could help if you would like.
My God.
You can assist.
I can do a thing.
You can
can
do
do
it.
All I'm imagining is just
Like a fucking
clear.
There. You know, I mean, we do have a lot of people on this one specifically.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true.
I was just letting you know you now have the option, but you could.
You can assist.
I can assist.
Unless
You can
would
do
like
something.
You can still stand back with Dimitri. You could.
Yeah, he might actually go stand next to Dimitri.
Okay. All right. So.
And
Almost boyfriends.
Shut up.
Almost boyfriends.
No,
Shut up.
never.
Shut up.
Well, you're by your almost boyfriend and your almost girlfriend.
Yeah. Because Buren's right there too.
I feel like
And then your
Magna-
actual boyfriend is sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
I feel like
Just making him sit on the floor.
I feel like you and Biren are probably closer to dating than you and Dimitri are.
Why are we having this conversation?
Anyway.
Dating sim with trauma. We can talk about this another time. Just
Again, dating sim with trauma.
yes, we'll do this later.
What is our
It applies
priority
here.
here?
Priority.
It applies.
Larkin?
Priority is Larkin.
Larkin
So-
is a priority.
Amir is by the bed. Thespis and Cora are by the bed. And Ivor by the bed.
Mhm.
All right. So, you all have been hearing little rumbles of thunder kind of throughout the day. They do seem to be getting a little more frequent.
Yeah, fair.
A little louder. The louder, not so much, but the more frequent, definitely. So you all are waiting for the thunder to kind of pull back in. You, at about one of the hits of thunder, you do see, you feel the energy of like another, it at least to Ivor, you'd recognize it, another fae energy.
Oh shit.
But it's not like it's another fae, but like more fae aligned. And you would see just this kind of like energy of kind of off to the side, and those of you who can see would just on that first crack of thunder would see like a tall, it's simultaneously youthful but ageless androgynous elven figure in a long gorgeous gown that looks to be made of moonbeams standing by the bed. But about the time that you see that, you hear the now, like from Thespis.
Mm-hmm.
And you all go to cast your spell, I'm assuming, yes?
Yeah. Call quarry, cast spell.
Yep. All right, so you call upon your quarry to help amplify the magics. You did feel the bubble kind of wrap around the room from Dimitri, who is being supported by Magna and also Biren. And Amir casts Greater Restoration. Thespis also casts Greater Restoration. And Ivor, you cast Dispel Magic. I would suggest for Ivor that because you have so much assistance that you don't cast it at as high of a level as you have the last few times. Especially because you plan to free at least 2 more people after this, ideally.
Yeah.
So.
She'll just upcast when she needs to upcast it.
Okay.
Because it doesn't do anything at a higher level.
Yeah. So.
Unless, it's whatever.
It's just the power level that we're trying to break.
Yeah.
It's a little high.
So, yeah, you are trying to break through the magic bindings of a god, so...
Yeah.
Thunder cracks. Cast your spell. And as you've seen many times before, the bubble wraps around, and Larkin definitely has a lot less red strings around him than you've seen. So kind of similar to Dalavash. Actually, like, a little less than Dalavash. And something that you do notice is that the strings are wrapped around, but they're not, like, flush against his skin like everyone else.
They're barely there.
They're barely holding on. They're holding on, but they're barely there. So, because Faye, their own thing. You do see most of Larkin's repressed memories do come from the Forgotten, which you have seen, and it's many memories you've seen before. The various members of the Forgotten at the tavern, the various party nights. The thing that sticks out to you all the most involving the Forgotten is not the Forgotten themselves, but the reaction of after their death from Wallace. That every time someone has died, Wallace has done the same little ritual of hiding away, cutting the hand, using himself as an inkstone to try and revive the Forgotten. But every time, Larkin has intervened, knowing it wouldn't work. But Larkin had forgotten every time that Wallace had done this. But the concern was there. The emotional impact of that was still there. Yeah. There's a lot of forgotten memories involving Meredith, involving Gideon. There's a lot of stare downs, a lot of tension, especially between Larkin with Meredith and Gideon. Roger, not so much. More Larkin kept an eye on Roger, but you're not seeing much come up with Roger in the bubble. Not a lot of Roger's actions have been hidden from him. But you are seeing a lot of scenes of Larkin watching Wallace be manipulated and coerced by Meredith. The constant commands, the constant backhanded affections, the withholding of affections as punishment, the manipulative behavior, all the red flags, blinded by the red strings. It all blended together, kind of hid it from Larkin. But the emotional impact was still there. He knew not to trust her. Similar with Gideon, you do see a very distinct memory come to be of Larkin actually storming into Gideon's office, which Larkin seems to now be remembering. Larkin storming into Gideon's office and demanding answers, demanding to understand why Wallace is worsening. Gideon trying to brush it off as well. To really understand one's trauma and find a healing path, we must first observe the trauma, blah, blah, blah. And Larkin clearly not taking any word of it and calling him out on the energy in the basement. Not knowing what it is, but knowing something is down there and knowing something about the couch. A confrontation. And Gideon tried to use magic on Larkin. Didn't really work. But you can tell by the way that Larkin's memory fades after storming out that he didn't really remember even doing that after it happened. And it continues on, more of him just trying to help Wallace, more of him gritting his teeth as Meredith gives him a command and is unable to bite back. Not knowing why he couldn't, but just he couldn't. He felt stuck. As you're seeing this, you're feeling almost a bubble within the bubble start to form. But you can tell that this bubble isn't coming from any of you. This is coming from Larkin.
Yeah, it is.
And Ivor, you would feel this wave of fey magic that the levels you're feeling are you've only heard in stories. Like, this is a lot. It's not like, oh, I'm in the Feywild ship, but this is like, oh, I'm a little too close for comfort right now. And then you would see the elven woman or the elven being appear. Again, this time standing right, almost as if standing on the bed, kind of like behind and over Larkin. Mm-hmm. No whispers of encouragement, no helping with the bubble, but like, is there, is watching, is present, and that being their encouragement. I will say that this deity is, let me hopefully pronounce this correctly, Sahanain Moonbow, which is the daughter of the night skies. Goddess of moonlight, is also known for dreams and mysteries, and is quite one to be attuned to secrets. So that is who has championed Larkin, and you can tell a little symbol over, like, on a necklace is like the circle of a moon, and you can tell by engravings on it that it's a moon kind of with like a sort of a ray over it that's like a light blue. Very gray and blue in aesthetic, with the robes and like the pale skin and what's like a pale gray skin with long blue hair. Just standing, watching, as Larkin seems to kind of be handling this a little on his own from within his own new bubble. And you are starting to see the red strings that are attached to Larkin are being cut off by the inner bubble, but like are still holding on, and you all's bubble is what's making them fizzle away entirely. Mm-hmm. So it's like Larkin is cutting the strings, but you all are making it so that they can't reattach. And about this point, Larkin's remembering the dreams. You're starting to see visions of memories of people that you recognize, but you have not witnessed these memories. You're also realizing that Larkin would also have memories and visions of shit within Nexilis that he wasn't witness to. So, like, a lot of memories, more so than anyone else so far, are coming to. Larkin doesn't seem to be any more fazed by the memories and the dreams and remembering everyone's deaths. He went into that arc of this all very angry at Meredith and Gideon. The dreams and the memories don't seem to make him any more angry until he starts to see things about Wallace.
Yeah.
He sees Meredith calling Wallace Kendro in the library.
Fuck.
He sees memories of Wallace in therapy, being manipulated by Gideon, hearing bits and pieces of what had been said to Wallace by Gideon. And that's when the bubbles pop. And as soon as the bubbles pop, this burst of energy, you all are able to brace for the energy release from the bubble popping, and that's not too terrible. No one gets knocked onto their ass. Some of you get your little note.
Larkin's still a thing.
Yeah, you all. Some of you are getting like a little. It's not near. The nosebleed isn't nearly as bad. It's mostly like in the upper sinuses, and it's fine. But the blow, the energy force that knocks you all, whoever is standing near the bed, which is basically everyone but Dimitri, Magna, and Biren.
Oh God, Ivor's a leaf.
Oh no,
she's so small.
Basically, everyone else is going to get knocked flat on your ass, not prone, but when the energy of Larkin's rage swooshes out across the room. The only thing containing it is, well, basically what happens is when those two bubbles pop, the energy of Larkin shoots out, and Magna and Biren and Dimitri, you're all against the wall. The energy hits you. You both stumble back. Magna, you realize that Dimitri's bubble was able to stop the force. You go to look at Dimitri, and Dimitri collapses onto the floor, now unconscious.
Oh, what the fuck? Hello?
He just took the brunt of all of that.
Yep.
Shit.
He's breathing, but he's
Can I at least catch him so he doesn't fucking...
Yeah.
Slam his head.
I
would prefer that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You kind of need him.
Yeah, you and Biren both, like, oh god. like
oh shit.
So you both catch him.
Fuck.
His nose, you see blood, just, like, it's down. He's breathing, and, like, you can tell Biren is immediately doing healing magic, but it's just, he's out. He's out.
No.
He just took the brunt of a phase fucking rage and kept it in place.
Yeah.
Ashley, stop it.
So, you all, Biren and Magna, you both catch Dimitri. Yeah. The rest of you are, I'm assuming, working to get back up onto your feet.
Yeah.
We take any damage?
You know, actually, I'd say you
do.
Since
you asked.
Actually, well.
Since you asked, I guess.
I'm gonna be that kid that reminds the teacher that they had homework.
Oh,
God, you're worse.
Ivor and...
I was that kid, I'm gonna be honest.
Of course you were. Ivor and Cora, you both are gonna take... both of you are gonna take, for being that close proximity...
Yep.
To a phase rage explosion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm gonna say that's about 21 points of damage for both of you.
Shit, okay.
Oh my god.
It's a mixture of brunt, like bludgeoning from being knocked on your ass.
Yeah.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
I'm not bloodied, but I am 1 point away.
I'm resistant to psychic damage.
Okay, so you're resistant to psychic damage, so you would take only...
I'm gonna give myself that 21 back.
14. Yeah.
I am 1 point away from being bloody. So, mid-health.
Oh, God. And Magna, you being at a distance are gonna take...
taking damage? Oh.
Yeah, but you're only... Here, let me roll again. You are only going to take...
a certain amount.
I'd say about 8 points of damage. And that's mostly bludgeoning from you hitting the wall, but also like a decent amount of psychic.
That's fair.
Again, Dimitri is out.
Yeah,
he's unconscious.
Yeah, he's not making death saving throws or anything. He's just unconscious.
That's fine.
As long as he's not, dying, it's fine.
Yeah, as long as he's not dying, we're okay.
Just more than he can handle consciously.
Yeah. He just got punched. Like, in the diaphragm.
By, like, a physical fist, a magical fist, a psychic
mental
fist.
Mental fist.
Yeah.
So, you're able to get up, and Thespis is also... Basically, everyone took damage.
Yeah.
And those of you, like, Ivor, you feel... Like, I don't actually think... No, you did. You saw Amir or felt Amir angry. Mm-hmm. The power of Palor himself channeling through.
Mm-hmm.
It's nigh like that, except this isn't the rage of a god being channeled through a mortal. This is Larkin's rage. and it doesn't burn like the sun. It doesn't even necessarily burn. It just, when you are near something with like that static pole and you can feel the tingle of the electricity, that's more what you're feeling. It's making the hairs on your arms stand. It's making you feel like real charged. To those of you who see, what you see,
oh boy,
is something more akin, because you all see Larkin differently when you view Larkin. You all view Larkin as whatever's most whatever's most pleasant for you to see. Yeah. What you see now is more akin to Larkin's true form. Sure. It's larger. It's the limbs are just like a little too long for comfort. Features are very strong jaw, strong cheekbones, strong nose, just strong build, not muscular, but like broad and just powerful. His hair is long and dark and thick and waved, and also it's like almost like, again, static electricity is going through him. His eyes are glowing with not a light of a sun, but just this raw energy, like more like a light bulb, just the bright, nigh blinding light, as his skin is now more like a dark hue, almost like thick smoke, like thick gray smoke, like that. And it's just this wave after wave, almost like ripples of aftershock that aren't knocking anyone over, but it's a presence. And when Larkin speaks, it's no longer like pleasant wind chimes, but you almost hear a more layered effect, as like, when changelings can have different faces and different voices and shit. It's almost like all of Larkin's voices are speaking at once.
That's fucking sick, bro.
And it's just, and I'm not supposed to kill them. And it makes the floor shake.
We're going to. We have every intention to. We need more people than what we have.
Still behind him on the bed is still that androgynous elven figure. Like, he doesn't quite seem to be processing that they're there. What all do you know about Wallace and their treatment of him?
We were there in the library when we learned who Wallace was before here.
You have the book?
We do. The treatment's shit. Every single time that Meredith has been here, I've stepped in to try to stop it.
I've noticed. And it's through gritted teeth, but it's still sincere. Thank you. His hands are kind of idly moving, as if like you can just see the ripples of energy between his fingers, as if he's like almost stimming with the energy around him instead of like himself. It's just the energy.
We broke into Gideon's. We took the files. Have not read them. Wallace's is in there.
Destroy them.
Okay.
He shouldn't know more than he has to. No one else should know anything. I want you all to roll.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You
she
first.
was just. I did have a dream about Wallace. Just before everything in his life with his mother happened. Just when they were kids. I haven't told anyone else. I'm not going to. No one else knows about what we learned in the library.
Good. I want Cora and Magna to roll perception.
Okay.
I would say Ivor, but I am feeling that she would be incredibly overwhelmed by the other energies in the room right now to probably pick up. Roll perception, but with disadvantage.
Okay.
Fucking kidding me. Cora doesn't see anything. Cora doesn't see anything.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. Cora doesn't see anything.
Oh, no.
26.
16.
Okay. And that was with disadvantage?
Yeah. I had rolled a natural 17 and a natural 13.
Okay.
And then I have +3.
All right. So, Ivor, you feel an energy from the mirror. You realize that this is not Larkin's god.
Would I have been able to use Arcana instead?
Sure.
Okay. If it's still at disadvantage, then that would be a 13 plus 12.
Jesus! 25! Fuck, that's a difference!
Whoa, okay.
Right, okay. So,
I have expertise.
So,
25!
what was that, Magna?
26.
Okay.
Jesus.
So,
Fucking, alright, I guess.
Cora, you are busy playing diplomat with Larkin right now to stop him from just going on a rampage.
Yeah! So down, Brand.
Ivor, you feel from the mirror behind you another presence. Another very powerful presence.
Oh, God.
But this one doesn't seem to be watching Larkin in the same way that the goddess behind him is. Magna, you see a woman in the mirror. And she's watching with intrigue, with concern. And you kind of see, you see her and the deity behind Larkin kind of acknowledge each other. And it's a very respectful. You would recognize this as a deity known as, where is it? As a deity known as Evening Glory. She is the god of love beyond death. With pale skin, long flowing hair. And as her hands reach up to kind of hold, you see in the palms of her hands are 2 holes that make hearts.
Okay, cool.
And you see her kind of looking towards the hallway and looking kind of down towards where Wallace would be. And the goddess of love beyond death, knowing no bounds, heads downward and disappears.
Oh,
Oh.
A common god for the undead and necromancers.
Ah.
no!
Hey,
What the
Casper?
fuck?
Go fuck yourself.
I love that you can do that now.
Yeah, I know. I'm so happy.
So good.
So let me tell you, it was so hard for me to find a god in relation to necromancy that wasn't evil aligned, and I found her, and I was like, mwah, 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 good.
Perfect.
Incredible,
Perfect.
beautiful, amazing.
Yes.
Perfect.
Incredible.
Perfect.
Cora, you're able to
Yes?
eventually kind of talk Larkin down. He's now fully seated flush on the bed again, his hair kind of lowering, his eyes dimming, and then you all would see him go back to how you were seeing him before.
Mm-hmm.
When he speaks, his voice sounds like wind chimes, calming sounds. I am going to go check on Wallace.
Christ.
I am going downstairs. I will not leave the tavern until I am completely calm. But I need to see Wallace.
We trust you.
It's a good idea.
Good. Thank you. He stands up, and he seems just like a little taller than what you're used to. He still seems to be a bit not fully back in his... Yeah, not fully back in his previous form. And he like looks over and he sees Dimitri and just... Oops.
He'll be fine.
Oops.
He'll be fine. And like as Larkin like walks by, he Buren actually moves so that he can get through the door because he's okay.
Yeah.
Larkin would actually like reach over and kind of put a hand on Dimitri's like shoulder, kind of reach down and put a hand on Dimitri. And after a moment, Dimitri just, oh fuck.
You're okay.
And you hear him kind of mutter under his breath in a language that either you would recognize as the language he was speaking with his family, Tagalog.
Not understand, but
none of you know
recognize it.
What he's saying. He's just kind of muttering.
What the fuck is that?
He's muttering to himself under his breath in a language. As Larkin just steps around and steps outside and just carefully shuts the door behind him. And Dimitri doesn't realize that the blood has like even dripped onto his shirt, which is the worst nosebleed he's had yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
It's just from blunt force trauma.
yeah. Oh. We okay? Is everyone okay?
You were the West. You got hit the West. We're fine.
It's been a minute.
Did you enjoy your nap?
I could do with another 10 or 10 hours. Ugh. Let me just... Oh.
Yeah.
Just feels the dampness on his shirt and just... At least this wasn't my favorite shirt. Amir, I can mend that. It's okay. Don't you worry. All right. And he's kind of like now seated on the floor. Kind of has his hands on his knees. Who's next?
You can take a break if you need it.
No. Who's next? Do this before I fall asleep.
Do you want to do Claudius next?
Yeah. I can go get...
Should I use my fancy gloves?
If you want to try and heal him, you can. But...
Yeah.
Okay, all right. No, go for it. I'm not trying to discourage you. I was just trying to think. I think that's the only spell you have that'd be relevant to this right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so healing hand.
Sure.
So that'd be healing hand.
Is it anything like the current healing or hands of healing that I have?
Let me see, because I might. If so, I might switch it.
Because I can do hands of healing with a key point.
Oh no, I don't want a massage parlor. I want the spell.
What?
I just looked up healing hands.
I give you a massage parlor. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I do the opposite. I do the opposite shit all the time because what I'll do is I'll research something and try to look something up in Google that has nothing to do with D&D, but I will reflexively put 5e after it, and I can't.
I've looked up enough stuff about D&D and 5e that my Google search is like, this is what you meant, right? Like about D&D. It's like, this is what you meant, right? Based on your other searches. And I'm like, typically I'm like, yeah, that is actually what I meant. Thanks.
So as Cora goes to get Claudius, basically as an action, you can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to your level. So you can give him 9 health points back.
And then... There's that, and then there's martial arts die plus wisdom modifier. Which one would be better?
I mean, you realistically, what's your wisdom mod? Because the thing with the healing hands is that is 9 points, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
With the other one, it's you could potentially give him like less than 8 points.
Yeah,
that's true.
So
you would give him more than 8 points and more than 9 points, depending on what your wisdom mod is, which it should be like a +2, is it? +1, +2? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, I should probably use that then.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's a set 9 points.
Yeah,
it's a guaranteed.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was trying to think if something else applied to it, but it didn't,
I mean, also, like, if you want to use the other thing that requires you to roll, this isn't going to be a situation of, like, we have to heal him. He has to get more than, like, a couple of points back.
Yeah,
like, in the middle of combat,
I'll use
the 9 points would be great.
Okay.
The gloves.
So, after Cora goes out,
and how does that work narratively? Just like, what do I do
narratively?
with the gloves?
HR would have told you what you could do.
Oh, okay.
And I just wanted to explain it to you out of character.
Yeah.
More concisely.
Yeah.
But you would all you would kind of just put your hands on him, and you're like, he didn't tell me how to do it. And then, like, you kind of start to feel an energy. You kind of start to, like, as you're kind of thinking of, like, how do I heal him? You kind of start to feel an energy going through your hands and through the gloves. And, like, you actually see, like, Dimitri just, that's better. Thank you, Magna. Since when could you do that?
It's a new thing.
Hey.
Okay, don't answer. That's fine.
What? No, I said
today. He did say today.
Oh.
How disrespectful.
That does seem like something Dimitri would say. Just, all right, don't say anything. That's cool.
Yeah, fine, whatever. Sorry.
Fuck you.
It's not like I asked you a question.
It's not like I answered.
So yeah, no. So if Magna didn't answer, it's like, huh?
No, he said today.
Sorry, I didn't. Just a neat trick. As he's kind of like wiping, he like kind of lifts his shirt up and just like wiping it, and Amir's just, yeah, I'll mend it when you're done. I'll mend it when you're done. Cora, you go downstairs. You do see that Wallace is now joined by Larkin. But like, it's normally when they talk, Larkin is close, but kind of like respects the whole maybe we shouldn't just like be PDA in the middle of the tavern, like, you know, it gives like little passing stuff, but like you were seeing that like Larkin is disregarding that and is like has Wallace like pulled close and is like kind of offering like a soothing like fingers through the hair, and Wallace is like, are you okay? What are you okay with what's happened? Like, Larkin, are you okay? And like Larkin's like, I'm fine, just let me hold you. Like, you're kind of hearing this happen, but you're like, I need to go get Claudius. So you go outside and you do see, similar to kind of where you've seen them hanging out recently, they are sitting at the fountain where you've seen them a few times hanging out, kind of just watching the rest of town do its thing. Richard seems to be drinking something from a flask. And Claudius is mostly just, you know, don't you think it's a little early? And kind of like a knowing the answer he's gonna get, and Richard is just like, I don't think that has any relevance. And you're sort of like hearing this conversation as you approach. Claudius is like, oh, hey.
Hi. I don't mean to break this up, and sorry that I have to. I was wondering if I could steal you for a bit, Claudius.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just me?
For now. There's some stuff that the group needed to talk to you about. It sounds weird. I know. I'm sorry.
A little, yeah.
Yeah. It'll make more sense.
You see, Claudius seems to be like, okay. Richard, on the other hand.
Yeah, that's what she was worried about.
You see his look go from like this amused, sort of like sipping on whatever's in his flask. You see as he pulls it down that he actually like it's like he pulls the flask down and then is literally licking blood off of his teeth. Kind of looks at the flask. Claudius may just accept this without an answer, but I hope you understand my hesitance. I feel anything that you say to him could be said to me.
And it will be in due time. Today. But for now, I couldn't do anything to either of you. And I know for a fact that if I did anything, or anyone else in this group did, we would not hear the end of it from you or Claudius. I'm not going to put him in harm's way. None of us are. I don't want to incur your wrath at all. So.
Roll persuasion after that last sentence with advantage.
Okay. That's... I'm gonna add one of my psionic power dice onto that.
Okay.
Bolstered neck. Because I do have proficiency in persuasion.
Cool.
So that would be a 27.
Richard.
I have a plus 10 to persuasion and deception, so...
Richard stands up. He gives a nod. He, in mere steps, closes the distance between you. He is in your space. Not, like, too close, but it's, like, just close enough to be a little uncomfortable.
Cora doesn't step back.
Yeah.
Cora doesn't change her posture at all.
You can tell, like, when he starts to talk, you can smell that, like, he's basically drinking a drunk man's blood. Like, it smells like he's drank blood and whiskey. And he kind of lowers the flask. Just, you hurt a single hair on his head. You hurt any part of Claudius. I will make you wish that you had never been born. And then he just goes to sit back on the edge of the fountain. Looks to Claudius. I'll try to stay out of trouble. No promises. No. Back on the flask, and Claudius never would expect it. All right. I'm following you.
Yeah, take him back upstairs.
Yep. Claudius follows you. And at this point, Dimitri, his shirt's been mended. Amir...
No blood, it's fine.
Yeah, Amir and Birin have both made sure, but, like, after Magna's little healing thing, it's like, oh, he's okay. And Dimitri is acting fine.
We know he's not, but he's acting it.
He's very stubborn. Fun fact, he is a Taurus.
Oh, I never would have guessed that. Ever.
So he is a Taurus. And...
Wow, really?
What?
And another list of things, I think, Richard's a Scorpio. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that vibe.
Yeah.
As another Scorpio, I got that vibe.
Amir's a Pisces.
Yeah, he is.
Amir's a Pisces.
Yeah.
Is Thespis a Leo?
I don't have I don't have Thespis yet. So
Thespis would be a Leo. You can't tell me they wouldn't be.
So
Look at me and tell me that they aren't.
Cecil has said guess Claudius' zodiac. But if you want to in the chat, you may, but I'm going to keep the scene going. So you all are kind of calmed down over everything as Cora brings back Claudius. And Claudius is seeming far more observant. You're kind of seeing Claudius. He normally acts a little bumbling, a little awkward. But the moment he steps into this room, you realize that's been a facade this entire time.
I've always assumed that
Claudius
was a facade.
is like watching everything and just... So what am I to expect from here on out?
Sub initiation?
Welcome to the cool kids table.
Oh. And what makes this the cool kids table?
Not being controlled by Meredith.
Ivor and Cora say that at like the same time.
The exact same time.
Yeah.
And what did Magnus say? Oh, I thought you said something in character.
Yeah, I have no idea. I said something and then I went, and then I don't know.
Just as soon as it came out, it was gone.
Like, okay. I opened my mouth, your voices came out, and then I was confused.
Fair.
So... It broke the brain a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair. It's like, that's not my voice. Is that my voice? Is that my voice?
Two whole people speaking at the same time that don't sound like me? That's weird.
Now you know how Wallace feels sometimes.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
Fucking rude, Cass.
God damn it.
So, now you understand why his brain always broke. So,
my brain just broke, but that's a different thing.
So, Claudius, similar to Larkin, isn't settling down. He's not getting cozy. He's just... Alright, so... Meredith is at the circle of all this. I'm not entirely surprised.
Mm-hmm. So, we've gone over this speech quite a few times, so I apologize if it sounds a little tired. It's going to be quite an experience, lifting whatever control she has on you.
Alright.
You're going to remember anything that was wiped from your memory, including a lot of people that you have forgotten have existed. There's a lot of dreams from other people's memories.
Claudius is catching your tone and is like, do you just want to do this?
I want to give you warning.
I feel like whatever warning you're going to give me is not going to be enough anyway. So I'll go into this expecting the worst.
Very true.
We'll just get this over with.
The other thing is, especially with you, we will need your help with Richard.
You don't know how many times I've been told that. Okay.
I don't doubt that. I know he's going to be very angry, as are you. We all are. We're going to need your help to stop him from going on a killing spree.
Alright, not my first time with that either, so...
He'll be after you. But you can understand why I wanted it separated.
Yeah. If this is going to be as rough for me as it sounds like it's going to be, him witnessing that would not be good for any of you.
Yeah, no.
I'd be fine from him.
Yeah.
You all. So. Claudius looks at the bed. Claudius sits on the bed. Closes his eyes. Let's get it over with.
Okay.
It's like almost like someone going in for a doctor's appointment. It's like, all right, just give me the shot. Let's go. I'm done.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God, I gotta have another night. You know. So, you all get back into position. Basically, I'm assuming like the same stature as last time.
Same shit. Yeah.
Same shit. All right.
Same shit. Let's go.
You're still hearing thunder. You're still hearing the rumbles in the distance. And at about this time, again, Thespis gives the all right now. And it all begins again. The Dimitri kind of Magna, you definitely can Magna, you definitely can tell that Dimitri's like running on fumes right now, but he's like it's like Dimitri's like, I'm gonna do this and then just go back to fucking sleep.
I'm not doing anything else today.
I guess I can at least try to help him like stand up.
Yes.
More.
And he'll lean on you.
Okay.
At this point, he's kind of like more full weight leaning on you.
Yep. Kind of figured.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Crying.
Oh, no.
Crying.
So he's gonna kind of full weight lean on you, close his eyes. You feel him kind of grab hold of like your shirt, and just bubble goes around. And then you all cast your spell. The bubble goes around Claudius. And this time, Naya immediately as the bubble goes up. Cora, you see, well, Ivor, you feel. Magna and Cora, you see this woman. Cora, you would recognize that this is likely the figure that you saw in the glass.
Yeah.
Behind Claudius. You see her kind of supporting Claudius, her hands kind of like behind him. And you would recognize that this old entity is Lilith, the first vampire in some mythos.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Lilith,
I'm not shocked by it,
is behind Claudius. And for any Vampire the Masquerade people, some vampires have some little cult religious following for Lilith, which might include some tattooing or branding, often on the back.
Yeah.
Where her
that's what it was.
Her hand is currently rested behind Claudius, supporting him through this.
Yeah.
Jenny, did your headphones?
No, I was going to text Chelsea about it. I made a weird face because cats are about to start fighting outside.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what was that?
So, all right. I didn't want to start
warning yells.
I didn't want to start this if your earbuds had just died. So
they're still going, and when I plug them in, I'll have them plugged in for like 20 minutes and then pop them back in because they charge really fast.
Cool.
They do.
So, and if you mute yourself, we shouldn't get echo. So, the bubble starts again. A lot of repressed memories. This time, it's more focused on the forgotten. You see that Claudius may had kind of been also keeping an eye on Nimble and Drowolt. Not as much as like Amir and Birin had, but just like they act like kids. They're adults, but they act like kids. And to Claudius and Richard, they are kids. Claudius would be keeping an eye on them. You see a lot of memories between Claudius and Walter that had been scrubbed. They were pretty good buddies. You do learn through some of these memories that Walter quickly learned he could drink Claudius under the table after a single drink. You see memories of Claudius kind of reining Richard in, of Claudius teasing Richard about having rendezvous with the married Azamar and Goliath couple, Verlier and Thavek. Often teasing Richard about, it's like, look at you attract the hot ones, and you hear Richard, yeah, but they're always bottoms. In regards to at least Walter in that circumstance. You see him having interesting little conversations with Shire, them having a nice witty back and forth. And you're seeing that with almost everyone that Claudius has interacted with, the Forgotten, he has a slightly different face. Whatever seems to... similar to Larkin, but a lot less innate and a lot more practiced. It's a lot more whatever makes him seem less daunting, whatever makes him seem more approachable to them, he is able to kind of activate and bring comfort. And that brought a lot of the Forgotten to being his friends. You see him talking with Carrie, seeing more memories of him watching over the kids. That Claudius has kind of been an unofficial caretaker for the kids, and a good solid friendship with Beckett, but a lot of forgotten memories. You see a lot more memories of Richard and Claudius like getting under Meredith's skin that have kind of been ignored, kind of been forgotten. You're also seeing a memory of one of Richard kind of flirting with Roger, but like mostly to get under Meredith's skin, it seems. As Roger was like not even acknowledging it, and Richard was like slightly disappointed, but was mostly like watching Meredith get pissed for whatever reason.
That's all we're here for.
So you're seeing a lot of these back and forths, a lot of these interactions, and you end up seeing him again, more recent addition to the guard, being backup, and him witnessing at least some of the deaths. Claudius seems to have been a witness to Drowolt and Nimble's deaths, which didn't seem to devastate him, but was not pleasant to watch. You hear Drowolt's screams the scream of a young 20-something-year-old person going through death again. Nimbles screams for Drowlt before his own agonizing screams. And then come memories, dreams, remembering all the dreams of all the first deaths. And you vividly see Claudius witnessing Richard's death. Ugh. Watching his own death and then seeing the aftermath. Seeing someone else's response. And so whoever saw, well, that would have been you, Cora, who saw Richard. Yeah. You would recognize it. Magna and Ivor, you would hear Claudius's shouts silenced, and then Richard's raging screams, then also silenced. It would eventually kind of tie back to more, and it's almost as if Claudius, while going through this, is focusing on something in particular, focusing on something and almost trying to figure something out, and you're starting to see kind of more memories with Gideon, as if Claudius is, through all of this, still trying to reason with the situation. And Cora, you would remember Claudius's concern of how Gideon knew any of this. And you're kind of seeing that concern come into the focal point through his freedom. But he doesn't seem to be able to really get many answers. But as soon as it kind of goes back to the dreams, it's almost as if something clicks for Claudius. As he's remembering these dreams. And soon after, again, you see, similar to what you've seen with the deities coming and helping through the thunder, Lilith's, she's almost kneeled behind Claudius, still quite larger. She is a god for all intents and purposes. And she kind of, almost like one would move a hand over a magic ball. She's kind of circling her hand around it. And you're seeing what looks like blood. Not be smeared. It's almost like water bending, like blood bending. You're seeing like what looks to almost be blood kind of like wrapping around it and like kind of weighing on the red strings. As Claudius, you see through the bubble, through the waves of blood around it, as Lilith is assisting her chosen one. You see his rage form. It's not as monstrous as Richard's became, but it's still, the fangs are elongating and getting fangs from the bottom. You're seeing his eyes kind of become more shadowed, his features becoming a lot more sharp. You're kind of seeing his hair starting to flow, his long hair starting to kind of fluff out a bit in the magic around him as you see and feel the strings start to cut. You all assisting Claudius and assisting Lilith in freeing Claudius. As it all kind of, as the strings all start to cut and you can tell that the bubble is about to weaken and pop, Lilith would look up straight ahead and would look at you, Cora, because I imagine that you would probably be like the closest, more in front of her, because Magna's off to the side. And I have a feeling that Lilith would be able to tell that Ivor can't exactly see her. Mm-hmm. So Lilith makes eye contact with you and gives like a little wicked grin that just shows the fang. And as the bubble, right before Claudius can fall, you see her from behind kind of like caress and hold Claudius's face as if to kind of hold him upright. And you hear a whisper of just this smooth, it's like, there we go. And then she disappears as Claudius kind of, and the shadows slowly dissipate. Yeah?
Can I have a nut button, please?
Oh, sorry.
As someone who, like, respects the shit out of Lilith and a pagan, I'm sitting here like, like, she's fucking scary and very powerful.
Thank you for looking at me, but don't look at me.
Please don't look at me.
Yeah.
Like, preparing it.
Hey, Lilith.
I feel like a Power Ranger.
And also, as someone who has, like, a family friend who works with Lilith, I'm just like Jesus fuck.
Which is also another reason why I almost picked Lucifer for Richard, because, like, they have history. Yeah. But then I was like, Dionysus.
Dionysus makes more sense.
So, Lilith kind of disappears after kind of giving that, and it's almost as if Claudius also heard it. And it's just like and you see like his mouth kind of going back to normal, the shadows kind of dissipating, his hair falls back, and he just...
You see why we wanted to leave Richard downstairs.
It makes a lot more sense now, if nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you didn't throw us against the wall like Larkin did, so there's that at least.
Yeah.
No, I'm... All of this shit is like Carmilla all over again. Okay.
There's probably like fucking recognition on Ivor's face, and she's like, no. Wait. No. Look, I've read that. No.
That's not real. Oh.
Wait, vampires?
A minute.
All vampires
She
know each
hasn't
other.
seen that shit. She
Yeah.
hasn't seen any of their dreams. She
Yeah,
doesn't know. Like, all she
Cora
knows is
is the
people
only
call them a
one.
vampire, and I'm like, that's a little rude. But
Yeah, Cora's the only one who has seen it in combat and also
Yeah.
in dreams.
Magna's
She's the only
seen
one with
Richard.
I've seen Richard.
Yeah, oh, you've seen Richard? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Magna, through Richard's perspective, drained a man dry. So,
Oh, yeah.
Right,
I ate a person in
forgot
my
about that.
dream.
I forgot about that dream.
So,
Disgusting.
fucking disgusting.
Disgusted. Just for honesty's sake, the dream, you and Richard's last moments, I had that a couple of days ago.
And he kind of...
Yeah.
Not... I'd say sorry, but that feels weird.
You don't have to apologize.
You could have
More than
seen a
likely you
lot.
end up seeing ours. So.
Considering I saw everyone's at once, I may have already.
Yeah, that's normally how people feel after this.
I see why you wanted me here for Richard.
Yeah. Do you think Richard's going to be able to do it today?
Yeah. It might make him actually feel a little better to know how Gideon knows. I assume through the dreams.
More than likely, yeah.
And Claudius seems the most okay of anyone that you freed. He's a little upset, mostly confused, mostly overwhelmed, but not angry, not livid, not tearing people down.
Yeah, that's Richard. That's going to be Richard. We are planning on stopping Meredith and getting out of this. Just partially why we're freeing you two.
Oh. Flattered.
You'd be very good to have on the side.
Well, we've already been playing games against Meredith for who knows how long, so
It's fitting.
take the tactical edge.
Yeah.
Richard's the fighter more than I am, but I'll do what I can to help.
That's all we ask. And if you can't fight, that's fine too.
Oh, I can fight.
I have no doubt about that.
Claudius kind of looks down at himself. Kind of gestures an arm. You see just how lanky he is.
He long.
I'm not made for combat, but I can do it.
Yeah.
So, let me go get Richard.
I was gonna ask if you could.
Yeah. You might want to prepare. You always have to prepare for Richard. And he stands up. He kind of... He looks over to you, Ivor. Just, you okay? All right.
I was going to say that the moment that Claudius leaves, Ivor kind of turns her head towards the direction that Dimitri's in. It's just, you still awake?
Dimitri, oh. You just hear, fuck you.
You sure you don't want to take a nap? Like a little one?
I can handle one more. I got one more in me.
Some sort of magic user you are. I've only got 3 in you a day? Wow.
Fuck! Oh, Corey is going to get Thespis.
Thespis is like okay, you know, like Thespis is just like, oh, all right, one more. You know what?
Always have it in you for my dance, right?
Always got in me for more dance. I got that stamina, baby.
Hey!
Hey!
That makes me laugh is the way you do it. Is it's straight up, I'm imagining just Magna like a cow chewing on cud.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, so this is so you all
Cecil, hey Richard, that was a cool time. Your turn.
I also like that. Hey Richard, we got some cool stuff upstairs. Some
cool stuff upstairs. Yeah,
stuff upstairs.
come on up, buddy.
God. So
Oh fuck.
God. So a little while. Everyone checking on each other. Everyone's okay. That's probably the tamest one y'all have done so far.
Yeah, honestly.
Um,
Didn't have to exert any force afterwards to deal with the aftermath.
So you all get your bearings, and about the time that you're starting to idly wait, it's about to hit that point where you're about to start like waiting, and you hear the footsteps coming up the stairs. 2 sets of footsteps.
All right.
Door opens back up, and you can tell like, oh man, Richard, they ambushed me upstairs. He says to him in a completely sarcastic way. Yeah. It's like,
I feel like that would not be a good thing right now with how Richard is. With the state Richard is in, I feel like we might die.
We went
Please
to
don't
the
do
Fight
that,
Club
Claudius.
room.
Oh god.
Fight Club.
Honestly, if Claudia said, yeah, there's a fight club, it's like a fight club sort of room. Richard
would be about it.
Richard looks at Claudia and goes, and you're that unscathed?
Get fucked, Claudia.
A 6-on-1? You? Well, with B-Ran? Oh.
Ooh.
Claudia's, hey!
We'd still be waiting.
Yeah. Claudius opens the door, and you see him like checking to make sure, because like last he remembered like Birin and Dimitri and Magna were all like by the door. He looks in, realizes that y'all have moved.
Hits him with the door.
Fuck.
The door shatters.
Right now it has to be the door.
Claudius holding the doorknob, just
Damn.
nice. Oops.
What have we created?
So you all Claudius leads
my final
Richard
form.
in. Claudius leads Richard in. You can tell that Richard's had a little bit more of the drink.
Yeah.
A sippy sip.
Yeah,
Sippy
a little bit more of a
sip.
sippy sip. At least he's not turning fucking someone into a Capri Sun, and he just has a fucking
He has
flask.
a pre-made one. He
Yeah.
has a pre-made Capri Sun.
I can 100%, it's a little bit off topic, but I can 100% imagine someone calling Richard a child and out of spite just drinking straight blood out of like a sippy cup.
It's
You say that to my fucking face.
it's mixed with booze.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know
naturally.
what they say, bourbon helps the baby sleep. As he just...
So now all I'm thinking is Richard going, yeah, I'm baby. Like,
glug out of a fucking bourbon bottle.
God damn it.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
So,
Claudius,
Fight Club.
And Claudius just kind of looks to Richard. You know what? No, Richard would, like, look at all of you. Go, so this is the Fight Club.
Late to the party as usual.
Well, fashionably late. I must enter with all attention on me when I do so. I will say, though, I don't know how you all fared against Claudius, but I'm no Claudius.
Can't you see? Just gesturing to her nose. It's just...
Oh yeah, because most of them
beat the
have
heart
funny
of all of us.
Magnus silently
Dimitri's
points
barely
at Dimitri.
standing.
Yeah, like,
Dimitri's like on his last strings.
Multiple people point to Dimitri, and Richard just... I thought you had more stamina in you, Dimitri. And Richard just... Dimitri just... You wish you knew how much stamina I had. And Richard... You're not wrong.
God, I love Richard. I love this asshole.
And Dimitri just... Alright. I'm gonna stand up. Dimitri like reaches out a hand for you, Magna. He's like feeling for you to help you.
okay.
He stands up.
It's like, guess I'll help you.
Yeah. So Richard, who seems to be a little intoxicated in the afternoon at this point, just... So it's now my turn. I'm assuming I'm not actually dueling you all. And he looks to Biren, just
Hope I'm not.
No.
Claudius, do you want to be the one to warn him?
Claudius. Richard. Sorry, they started laughing. I started laughing.
I don't know why they laughed.
It was Richard.
I was lost. I was just lost. I was like, what the fuck are they laughing?
It's
Richard. It's like a...
It's like, all right, come on, buddy, sit down.
Yep. Claudius.
We're gonna talk.
Gideon, Claudius just kind of guides Richard to the bed, and like you see, Richard goes to open his mouth as Claudius is guiding him. He's like, "Nope, not here." Like, helps Richard sit.
This isn't some voyeur shit.
No.
And just it's like if this was voyeur shit, do you think Amir would be here? No.
Oh shit!
Claudius
I think most of this group would be here, honestly.
like
Without Winter, especially. No.
Yeah, no. There are certain people who are here that wouldn't be here, and there are certain people who aren't here who would be here if this was voyeur.
Absolutely would be.
I don't like this. What are we doing?
So Claudius sits Richard down.
Yeah, okay.
And just, Richard, this is gonna suck. And before you make a single comment about that, let me finish. And Richard just like sips on his flask again. Maybe you should stop. And Claudius goes to take the flask, and Richard just try that again. And Claudius, you're going to remember a lot of things. You're going to realize a lot of things all at once. This isn't going to be like your revelation of life ecstasy trips. This is going to be intense. Okay? I know you'll be able to handle it. I know you'll be okay. But this is not going to be a pleasant experience. And Richard just, well, if it's not going to be pleasant, then why exactly is it worth my time? I thought you understood by now that my whole thing is I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And even if I am inevitably here for a long time, I want to make it a good time. And Claudius just, it's necessary. You don't like having people in your head. And the second Claudius says that, Richard just No. I don't. Right. So, we should probably do this. And Richard just puts down the flask, and it's almost as if the sheer notion of someone else being in his head has, like, sobered him up, weirdly. Yeah. And he's just... So, what's this little game we're about to play, then? And Claudius is like, I just think we should tackle this like a Band-Aid. And get it over with.
I am going to request something. It's the reason we asked Claudius up here first. You're going to want to kill Meredith after this.
Oh, I always do. I always do.
We can't let that happen immediately. We're going to, believe me. You're going to be incredibly fucking angry. We all are. But in due time.
Right. Fine. I'll behave myself.
I normally would never ask you to.
Good.
But...
Looks at Claudius. Well, this is uncomfortable. Let's get it over with. I don't like this. The anticipation is the worst part. I'm calling this now. Claudius is... I'm not so sure about that. Claudius is... Everyone, including Claudius, is...
Like, buddy, you're actually gonna miss the anticipation.
We'll let you think that.
And the during really fucking sucks. Just saying.
Just, this feels like an intervention. Claudius, those don't work on you. I know, no.
We know. We are very aware that those do not work.
We are keenly aware that those don't fucking work.
So, Richard sits, he sits, instead of like Claudius, who kind of just sat, comfortable, braced himself, Richard has like one foot on the ground, one of his ankles kind of resting on his knee, so it's like his leg is kind of crossed over. Huh?
He's ready to run.
Richard has definitely has himself. Cora, you probably would be able to understand that Richard is posturing himself in a way that he could quickly pole vault himself. Birin has stationed herself at the door. Because this is the one that she was worried about in the sense of I can handle this one, but I'm gonna handle this one.
Yeah.
Larkin,
I'm gonna be ready for the inevitable.
Yeah. With Larkin, she wasn't sure that even being there would do any fucking good, but she was gonna be there this time. She's like, no, I'm able to.
I handle this bitch. It's fine.
Yeah, I can handle this bitch. So, and you all do also have Claudius here, who.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Of anyone.
Yeah. You, as Richard settles, in as much as he's going to settle, you do hear, after you have to wait a little bit for the thunder, you eventually hear some thunder rumbling.
That's why.
And you all prepare yourselves. Magna, do you help Dimitri, or? Yep.
Because he's just not...
Dimitri will collapse, so we don't want that.
Yeah.
This is 3 bubbles within about an hour after being knocked unconscious by a fae.
Yeah, I'll hang out with Dimitri.
Cool. So you and B-Ren are with Dimitri. And the rest of you, back to your stations.
Yep.
Everyone's waiting for the thunder. And once it hits, Thespis doesn't even need to call. You all... act.
We know what to expect now.
Yeah. Dimitri's bubble goes up. Magna, you can definitely feel that this one is taking a lot from Dimitri just because of the after.
Buddy.
We could have waited.
Dimitri's fucking stubborn.
He wouldn't have let you. He wouldn't have.
And but he's still upright. He's leaning on you, but he's upright. And the bubble seems to be holding pretty well. And as you all start your magics, it begins again. A lot of forgotten. I will warn you all, I'm not going to explain this in graphic detail, but there would be some intimate memories. You would be getting some intimate memories between him with Vivek and Verlier. Again, not going into detail, but Richard was clearly enjoying himself.
Of course.
I didn't sign up for this.
No. And literally, like, when those start, you might hear Claudius go, yeah.
Like, yeah. That's a brand.
You would also get not, like, sexual, but still somewhat intimate between him when he would feed off of Walter. It wasn't inherently sexual. But it was a very charged situation. And you see memories of him with other members of the Forgotten. Didn't necessarily seem to be close with any of the Forgotten. The closest probably would have been Walter. You do know that Richard has a very decent rapport with the Dwyers. You do see some memories of Richard, like, with Walter and Lily, and it's just kind of a further peek into what Richard's like when it's with the kids, and you're able to see why the kids like him so much. It's not like Claudius, where there is a paternal energy there. It's much more the cool uncle who lets you get away with shit, you know? Like, you're seeing him again with Carrie, pleasant but not friends. Just this continuous trend. It's not necessarily even the loss of the Forgotten that seems to be getting to Richard, and not even necessarily remembering the deaths that's getting to him. Similar to Claudius, what seems to get to Richard is a bit of the realization that someone's been in his head.
Yeah.
At about the time that Richard starts to kind of struggle with that, you would see the same deity that you saw in the mirrors. You would see Dionysus above the bubble. And you can't hear what Dionysus is saying. It seems like he's talking, but you can hear the muffled voice in the bubble. Dionysus is speaking strictly to Richard. You can hear a voice, and you know it's Dionysus, but you're not picking up on what's being said. And Richard is starting to piece together again. Someone's been in his head. And you're getting, as Richard is piecing all of this together, interactions with Gideon that have kind of been forgotten. You know, a bit more of Gideon poking and prodding. You can tell that Gideon in the past has definitely made jabs at Richard's past. And this happening, causing Richard to not always spiral, but having a bad day. Seeing more memories of Richard kind of getting under Meredith's skin. You're also seeing the memory of Richard flirting with Roger. You can tell in the energy that Richard was hoping for a little something, but, like, it was mostly just trying to get a rise out of Meredith. And if anyone bothers to even glance at Claudius as this is happening, there is a lot of concern. You're now starting to see anger. Like, you weren't seeing anger before, but now you are. You see him take, like, the slightest step forward, but then kind of hold himself back, because there's really nothing he can do in this exact moment.
Cora just nods at him.
and once more memories with Gideon, and once more realizations with the dreams, and witnessing you guys realize that Richard you're hearing bits and pieces of your own deaths, which you've heard a few times with all this. So like Richard has dreamt your guys' deaths. You are starting to just see the bubble kind of start to crack. And it's more, this time, similar with Larkin, how there was just a bunch of sweeping energy in the bubble that led to an explosion. You're starting to kind of feel that sweeping energy, but to by no means the same extent. It is more that his way of popping from the bubble is just intensity, chaos, just emotion. And you are now, Magna, you are now also seeing what Cora saw in Richard's rage, his more monstrous form. You are also seeing the teeth. You're seeing kind of just the black shadows. You're seeing how his eyes have gone black rim to rim, except for the green of his irises that now seem so much lighter in color. You're seeing the red rings kind of catching, and then just fizzling out. You're seeing that his hands, similar to how Claudius's were, became more like clawed, almost like just instead of just his normal nails are more pointed. And you're hearing not snarling, but just noises of anger as Richard is now trying to bust his way out.
Yeah.
You would notice that what starts as rage turns to panic. You are seeing Richard panicking at the revelation of not being in control. And someone else pulling the strings. And Magna would probably have some of the most insight onto why, because of everything with the sire. But nothing else, not exactly a surprising response from someone like Richard. And after some struggling, after some, the hits start as like a fairly standard hitting and kind of pulling, but you see as the panic becomes desperate and it becomes this animalistic desperation for freedom, that he is slamming on it nigh with a strength that could be equated to a Dwyer. Not quite Dwyer strength, but getting there. And you're kind of hearing kind of the cracking and the crumbling of the bubble around him. And Dionysus is still there whispering, and you can tell that what Dionysus is doing is like fueling this mindless response in this haze of emotion, as Dionysus is fueling that to further Richard's strength to get out. And you would eventually see the bubble as Richard gives a hard slam on it once again. It will technically be his left hand. A hard slam against it once again. It's enough to make the bubble pop. And unlike Claudius, whose more monstrous features died down moments after being freed, Richard is like looking around him, like his teeth are bared, his eyes are wide. And what you see and what causes Claudius to immediately leap into action is you see little bits of blood.
Oh, shit.
Like tears going down his face.
Buddy.
Immediately, Claudius has shoved everyone aside, and Claudius has knelt down in front of Richard and like grabbed his face and is like, look at me. And has Richard focused on him. Richard is rambling, slipping in between. He is literally slipping in between multiple languages as he's talking. Like one minute he's speaking English, the next he's kind of slipped into Latin, another he's speaking in something that would sound akin to Spanish, and he's just his mind is all over the place as he's hopping from language to language, and Claudius is only able to understand parts of it. Vespus would mostly be like a oh shit. Dimitri would be okay. You can tell like Dimitri's let the bubble down.
Yeah.
And he's just like leaning on you, Magna, and it's just like, just give me 1 second. Just one. Okay. As he's kind of like rubbing his nose. Birin would be still by the door, kind of watching. Amir would have gone over to you, Ivor, because like Cora has Thespis, so Amir is like over on you, like a That was three at one. That was three back to back. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
You gently feel Amir kind of like on your, and like you feel him kind of like rubbing your nose, and like you can feel Amir cleaning your face. His touch is very gentle, very warm. And after a little bit, you see Claudius like kind of trying to talk Richard down, and it's like, it's okay. We're gonna stop this. This is gonna end. But you need to calm down. The problem is, Claudius telling Richard what to do was nigh the last fucking thing Richard wanted to hear. Richard lunges himself at the door.
Wall of force.
You would also...
Oh, shit! Okay.
Well, here's the thing. How does that work? Because Richard also has vampiric speed, you would have to also hear it before it happens. Just tell me how it works.
It's just an action to cast it. It goes wherever I need it to go.
Okay, so you go.
Would have been ready for him to go.
Yeah, you would have gone
just right in front of the door.
Okay, so simultaneously and this is narrative, as simultaneously as Ira casts that, Dimitri's head perks up, and you feel the bubble go again, and this time the bubble's physical. And so Richard not only runs into Ivor's wall, but also runs into Dimitri's solid wall. So Richard is currently stopped by 2 fucking psychic walls. He wasn't getting through just one of them. He is now not getting out of any exit in this room.
Yeah, no.
And Richard would have likely known that Dimitri could cast this, but would probably be able to, like, with his kind of, like, vampiric state, see Ivor's wall to an extent. And like Richard turns and starts yelling in this cracking voice of just rage with tears, but it's in a Latin that none of you understand. It's in Latin. Yeah. None of you understand what he's shouting. It's almost like his comfort language. As B-Rin has also moved. She's like, I don't think I need to be here, but I'm just gonna
make sure. Just gonna watch out.
Yeah.
Lean against this wall of force.
Yeah, just gonna lean.
Don't mind me.
This is sturdy. Okay, yeah. Like,
this is what we expected.
As soon as Dimitri notices that there's a wall of force there, you can actually feel the bubble kind of move, so that he has to focus on less space. He's mostly now worried about like the window.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's not exerting himself that much.
Yeah.
How wide is this room?
It's not a huge room.
It's probably around the entire thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wall of force is
a lot of shit.
Is made up of 10 by 10 foot panels.
Oh. So Dimitri lets his wall go.
Yeah. Ira was fucking ready.
Yeah. Dimitri's also just fucking tired, and he's like, oh, she's got this. Okay, I'm just
gonna take a nap. Goodbye.
Hey, man, now you're soft.
Cecil in the chat, Dimitri, deuces, passes out.
Yeah.
He's earned it. He's earned it.
He did a good job. You did a good job, buddy.
Richard, after a little bit, Claudius walks over, and in the first display of like a tender affection between them, it's always been a passive jab or more sensual. But you see Claudius pull Richard into a hug. And has like Richard's face is kind of like in Claudius's chest, because Claudius is like at least half a foot, if not more, taller than Richard.
So good.
So, and Richard stops yelling. It's not even sniffles die out. It all just stops.
Yeah.
Richard doesn't even have a cooldown. It just stops. And then he kind of pulls back. And he opens his eyes, and you see that everything has just gone back to the way it was. The only tell of any distress is that Richard's eyes are now a little bloodshot. And Richard kind of stares at Claudius's chest for a moment. Claudius, you're going to need to clean this up. And he's like looking at his own blood tears like on Claudius's shirt. He's like, this is, while it's a good look for you, you may want to clean this up. And he just walks in, he grabs his flask and just, well, this has surely been quite entertaining and quite interesting way to spend my afternoon. I, personally, and he kind of shoves his flask back into his pocket, would like to not be in such a stifled, tight room.
Are you gonna be okay?
What a ludicrous question that is. Of course I'm going to be fine. It's going to take more than that.
Richard.
Are you gonna keep what we agreed on before this? I need a yes or a no.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course, not in the mood.
No,
of course,
no.
not in the mood.
No. Understandable.
Richard doesn't fucking scare her.
No.
He's like,
would
you can
also
fuck me up. I'm not gonna be afraid of you. I know this.
Ivor also, for both of them, would tell them exactly who else is free.
Okay. All right. So just lists off everyone. Mm-hmm. And Richard. Well, at least we are in good company, I would say. Now, if you excuse me.
Really quick? Because she still has the spell up.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to be okay? Or are you just going to put your mask up? I can feel that.
Good.
I fucking love him. I love him.
You don't scare me, I'm dating a Dwyer.
That doesn't mean that I can't snap you in half. But
Oh no, you 100% could, but I'm not intimidated.
it is any consolation. I was wanting to leave to be alone. So,
Okay.
if you would like to grant me that one wish. As soon as the wall goes down, Richard looks at the door. Thank you, Ivor. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. And he just saunters out as if nothing had just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Claudius follows close behind.
He's gonna be okay, right?
Claudius, he'll be okay.
Okay.
As Claudius, again, is no further than a foot behind Richard. Once everything kind of simmers down, Magna, you would realize that Dimitri has not fallen unconscious, but has fallen asleep.
He needs a nap. What, he needs a nap?
Dimitri is out cold against you. The softest snore. He is out.
I never got to apologize to him either. Shit.
Amir, Biren, and Thespis, especially Amir and Thespis, both seem a little tired. Yeah?
Did we take any damage from the other two spells?
I would say no. You wouldn't have taken damage. It's mostly just everyone is downright fucking exhausted.
Mm-hmm. And it was just one spell slot for each because there were so many people?
Yeah. And you weren't casting them as intensely as like with Winter.
No.
Or Dalavash even, because Dalavash is just like a raging ball of energy. Larkin you had a lot of help with. And Richard and Claudius weren't as deeply entangled.
No, they weren't.
So. Biren kind of comes over to you, Magna. It's like, I'm gonna get him to bed. He's having a day in.
It's a good idea.
And so she kind of pulls him off of you and scoops him up, very similar to how she carried you last night. And she carries him down to his room. Actually, after all this, Becky, thank you for all the bits. Biren actually would probably take him into the room y'all have been sleeping in so that he's not alone after all that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Amir would have first checked on Ivor if she was okay. So Amir would have then gone to
Fuck off.
yeah.
I'm fine, go away.
Amir would have then gone to Cora, who was also in the blast radius.
Yeah.
So he would be checking on you. I will say that Ivor, as Amir was like cleaning off your blood, he actually would have healed you.
She would have smacked his hand away.
That's like a
you would smack his hand away.
Yeah,
you would disrespect
Amir,
Grandpa like that.
Basically, you smack his hand away, and he's just, well, that doesn't exactly stop me, you know.
Do not, please. I am fine.
Word.
Please, Amir.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't.
Because you should focus on Dimitri. Or Magna. Or save your spells for literally anything else. Because I'm going to be honest, we still have a similar goal to Roger. If that changes and he decides to bring the monsters out again, they're going to need you. I'll be fine. I'm a little banged up. That's it.
Alright, well, if you don't let me heal you, then if the monsters show up, you are not allowed to go outside.
Fine.
No helping, not even if winter goes out. None. Nope. Either I heal you now, or you stay here.
I can help without going outside.
Alright. Well, then you are not allowed outside. Simple as that.
Grandpa's spoken.
Grandpa Angie.
Grandpa Angie.
Grandpa Angie.
The thing is about this is not the first time that Ivor has promised to not go outside, just in general, not even in Nexilis, and has 100% ended up outside. So it's just fine.
Amir's gonna fuck you up later.
Yeah, breaking a promise to Amir is not a good idea, but I'm gonna let Ivor do it.
I'm gonna allow her this time.
She can do it. Amir is just gonna be very upset and also probably hurt, so you can deal with that.
Why would you hurt Grandpa?
Because probably the big thing is just like, okay,
Grandpa.
I'll make you a deal. If anything happens tonight, and I have to go outside, you can heal me first before I do it. Compromise?
Compromise.
Okay.
He then goes over
I
to
love
Cora.
this grandpa man.
Just...
Then he goes over to Cora. Just how are you feeling? How's your head? And like you can see him like he's, especially because you like Ivor. He already checked Ivor, but like you also got knocked on your ass. You can tell he's actually checking you for a concussion as he's kind of like, kind of.
Lets him just. I'm fine. I'm not gonna turn down healing, but I'm okay.
Good, because only one of you is allowed to do that, and Ivor's already done that. So the rest of you are going to suck it up and take my healing.
Not as hurt as she was. So.
Right.
I'm not hurt that bad.
Amir, I do not want to hear it from you, young lady.
Grandpa Angie!
Grandpa Angie!
You would do really well back where I'm from.
Well, thank you. I will take that as a compliment.
Even if you didn't mean it that way.
No. Yeah, Amir is used to traveling with people who are reckless and don't exactly take his healing, so he's just,
Not today, bitch.
not fucking today.
Ivor's sitting here, it's like, I'm a wizard. Any healing you do is not going to do much, because the next time I get hit, I'm going down. So long as I go down and you get me back up, absolutely fine. But I can function at 1 HP just as well as I can function at, like, full HP.
Yeah, Amir doesn't say it that way. Amir sees bleeding, must heal. So
Ivor's been tortured. She's like,
so is Amir. So
hey,
you can't use that excuse.
She doesn't know that.
Excuse.
no, she doesn't know that. Only Magna and Biren do, and Dimitri. That is it. So, yeah, even if they saw the scar, they wouldn't know what it was from. So, Cora, you are going to take.
What's he going to do? Healing.
That would
How much
be
healing?
14 points of healing.
Oh, okay.
And then
That got me back to max, actually. That was how much damage I took.
Amir would check Thespis as well. And then Thespis is like, I can heal myself. And Amir's, that's not what I asked.
Only one of us could turn it down, and I've already took that.
And Thespis, okay, fine. For Ivor, I'll let you heal me. So Amir would heal Thespis. And then, like, getting to everyone who's in the blast radius first.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then he is just he's like, you're good. Immediately over to Magna. And this time it's a lot more like still checking for concussion because you did kind of get pushed against the wall. It seems to be like a protocol he's going through.
Oh, yeah.
Like checking
steps.
Yeah,
steps.
checking pulse, checking breathing, checking for concussion. Well, just to make sure, like, it's not like an increased blood pressure sort of thing.
Sorry, I was just imagining, like, the protocol shit, like, checking Ivor to make sure she doesn't have a concussion. It's like, are you trying to check my pupils? They're not there anymore.
Oh, no. I think I have a bigger problem than a concussion, Amir. I don't have eyes anymore, sir.
Which he wouldn't
Amir,
have.
oh no, my eyes aren't working.
Amir is just, Dimitri's already pulled that one on me. You can't, that won't work.
She's still gonna.
Oh, yeah.
The difference between Dimitri and Ivor is some of Ivor's eyes are gone. Dimitri was just born blind.
They were blinded differently.
Yeah.
The method of blinding was vastly different.
So
Method of blinding.
Magna.
I know what I said.
God. Magna, you, again, he's kind of checking you and just, how are you feeling? And as he's checking you, he's going to heal you. For...
Just, how are you feeling? Silence.
That would be 12 points of healing.
You took like 8.
Much. I took 8 points of damage.
Well, you're fully healed.
You're back to max.
Okay.
Ivor's the only one who could be at max, but she's like, no, fuck you.
You could have what the rest of us are having.
Do you want to know part of the reason why?
Stubborn.
A, she's stubborn, but also
Stubborn bitch.
Winter likes it when she's a little roughed up.
God damn it! You
Really? This is why you sassed Grandpa.
This
You
is the
sassed
moment so
Grandpa?
you can be thirsty.
Because, oh my God.
This is the moment that you chose. This is the hill you decided to die on.
Go
you
for
can
it.
also
Go
see
for it.
her view
We'll
on it
watch
anyway.
from the windows.
Have fun outside,
You
motherfucker.
have fun.
Cheers.
My cup's empty.
That was mine.
So,
God damn it.
Magna, you're healed up, and Amir's. While after like Amir healed the others, he kind of backed off, but like with you, like his hands kind of like go down your arms, and he takes your hands. He's just
That's weird.
how are you feeling? How are you doing? I can't hear you.
Still want. Oh.
Oh,
I don't know
God.
what the fuck that was. Don't even,
God.
what the fuck was that?
God, that was awful to hear.
What the fuck?
We don't know either, Jason.
I don't.
Unless you have an answer for us, we don't know.
No, I don't. I can't even explain myself with that shit.
God.
No. I was fine. Why are you checking on me? You should be going after Dimitri.
Because, well, one, Biren is with Dimitri, so she can...
that's true, yes.
But also because I really care about you and want to make sure that you're okay.
That's true, but I really just stood.
Well, you helped Dimitri, and it meant a lot to me for you to be here.
Okay. Well, I do have these fancy new gloves, and they can do things.
You do?
And
And,
they did a little bit of things.
and he's like kind of like looking at the gloves, and anyone looking at this scene can tell Amir is kind of just like taking the excuse to like be holding Magnus' hands as he's like looking at the gloves.
He could just hold
Dating
his
sim
hand.
with trauma.
He could just hold his hand. He doesn't need an excuse to hold his
He's
hand.
just kind of just looking over the glove, and he's like,
God, Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa.
God. So, things start to
Our
seem...
age, Grandpa.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he is our age. Like, he's like 24, 25.
Yeah, I think you said he was 25.
Yeah,
'cause
25.
Me and Magna are the same age.
25.
Yep,
And
25.
straight up the same shit that Nessa does. Of just,
Oh, yeah.
oh, I'm an old lady.
And
It's
she's,
just like,
what,
no,
30? No.
no.
So, and everything kind of starts to settle down. Amir is like, I am going to go check on Dimitri and Biren. I'll be right back. And he
Okay.
kind of, again, does the thing where he kind of pulls your hand in, kind of kisses your knuckles and gives you your hand a little squeeze.
My nice new fancy glove.
Got smooches.
Kiss the glove.
Okay. Mir heads out.
Love you, Amir.
What was that?
Just love you, Amir.
I love you too. Even if you're gonna give me a heart attack at the ripe age of 25.
Grandpa.
Such an old man.
As he
An old man.
as he heads out.
He's older than Ivor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because he says young lady, not even knowing how old she is. But just like
It wouldn't matter.
I mean, he's not wrong. Well, younger than him, but
yeah. So heads over. So this just leaves the three of you and Thespis.
Yeah.
And Thespis kind of just sits on the bed and then flops onto their back and just ugh.
How you feeling?
I got the stamina.
I don't
Baby.
believe that now. I believed it earlier. I don't believe it now.
I had the stamina.
Yeah,
Baby.
that's more accurate.
Ah. I'll never
I
get
was able to do this because of the stamina.
baby. I'm not used to this whole tired thing. This didn't happen before Nexilis, which is part of why I was scared I'd become mortal, or like maybe demigod, but no, I'm still God. I am still just tired.
I still don't
lots of
understand
energy.
that.
I don't know. Maybe it's psychosomatic. Maybe it's just all in my head. So they sit up. I'm not tired. I am wide awake. As they're like staring at their own hands.
Hey, Thespis, at least you can understand that you've made a believer out of me.
Oh, well, that is a high honor.
I did not believe in gods until I got here.
Well, I never force anyone to believe in me, but it is very flattering. Considering that, I am here. So.
Fucking love that space.
This would be the perfect moment to kiss them out of the blue.
I was literally just
It would be so perfect.
You would.
Because this is the
Yeah, you
moment that they won't expect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She would, and just, yeah, you are here.
gives and they just.
I'm in.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah. You got me.
I was like, oh.
And like you kind of see the red and like the sparkles of their freckles as the red kind of goes up their ears. Just
Ivor leans over towards where she heard Magna speaking. Just, should we go?
I was just going to say we should probably leave.
Why are you both like this all the time?
every time.
Listen,
know,
if
it's
you two want to share a bed, that's absolutely fine. You just ask us to
We've
leave.
been sharing a pillow fort. We have a pillow fort already.
But like, I don't know if it's exactly the same thing.
I mean, it could be the same. It's just a little. I am not having this conversation with you two.
You know,
That's why we can go.
Winter did just tell me about 3 ways. Not for the group of us.
Well, I was about to say, wait.
No, because there are 4 people in this room.
I mean, you could still do a 4-way.
Cora laughs at that. Cora fucking breaks at that. Just so there are 4 of us in this room.
Just listen. I am very flattered. I am truly, but I'm not exactly interested sexually in you two. Not so. No, thank you. I may have a lot of. I may have a lot of stamina, but not necessarily the stamina for.
Okay, this is the end of the.
This is awkward.
conversation.
Yeah. I
I
agree
do
with
want to know
Magna.
one thing. Why did you bring that up, and how do you know about 3 ways?
It was
Somebody
a really
still
long
needs to
conversation.
tell me
Oh!
what that means.
Okay, so I actually have a lot of information
God.
specifically that I want to share with Magna because I
God.
learned a lot about modern
It's awful.
world stuff, and she's just gonna go into like
Oh, and I can
explanation.
tell you about the thermostat.
apparently someone needs to describe remote controls to you.
Well,
That is what Winter said.
I think that there might be one on the thermostat.
What the hell is a thermostat?
Exactly, I know.
Cora's just watching this, knowing what all of this is, and just like, do I want to? No, I don't want to do this. I don't want to try.
Vespis, don't tell them.
For an explanation, Lily told me about something to do, a story about a freeway, and Winter misheard me and got nervous. So then she also had to explain that. I learned what a pizza is. I learned what a moped is. What a comb over is.
You're just saying words at this point.
You're saying combinations of words. What the fuck?
Vespis and Cora just looking at each other like, what the fuck?
I had a whole conversation with them about, like, commercially produced food the other day. I gave up. I was not even going to try.
That was the thing about the eggs.
The eggs, yeah.
The eggs.
It wasn't worth it, and it's still not. Because it's not going to pertain to either of your worlds.
Magna, please, the next time that we're all in the same area as Winter, please ask her what all of those are.
Okay, which one do I start with?
Any of them.
I'm good. I don't know what to start with, but I think the word pizza is really funny. So I'm going to start with that one.
Wait, if you ask her about pizza, she might get sad.
Oh. Then I won't ask. Is it like a?
It's just food.
Does she have
food.
Oh,
it's just
I
food.
thought she had like a personal attachment to the pizza.
It seemed like she did, but I don't know. I didn't understand
like an emotional reaction. Why is that?
It's a common favorite food.
Yeah, most people just really like pizza. It's not this crazy mythical thing that. I mean, some people might have an attachment to it.
Not for you.
It's like memories, but it's just food. She probably just misses having it.
Okay, I'll start with the 3-word.
I'm very tired.
Don't start with 3 ways. Don't. No. Nope. Start with literally anything else. Don't start with 3 ways. Don't bring up.
Please ask about 3 ways.
Thespis. Thespis, with no filter and through sheer exhaustion, says this and then immediately regrets it. You know, you may actually want to ask Amir and be rent.
Oh no, you should. Oh no, you should.
Honestly, if you ask that, I want to be there to see that.
Yes, please. When Amir comes back.
If you ask them about I want to be there for that.
No.
If you don't ask, I will.
No, because
I will ask for you.
I'm going to have to sleep on the floor. I don't want to sleep on the floor.
They won't make you sleep on the floor.
You might be able to sleep on something else, but
I don't think Amir
I don't
would
think I
allow you
want
to sleep on the
to know
floor.
what the 3 ways is.
At about this time, Amir would come back.
Oh,
Amir.
No,
Magna has a question for you.
No, I don't.
Amir just...
No. Hello.
Hi, darling, are you okay?
Nope.
It's a very important question.
It is not. No, it can wait for a very long time. Like, no, don't even. No.
So Magna was wondering.
Nope, I was not. I was not. Serious. I never. I do not wonder ever. I don't do it.
It wasn't serious. We were bullshitting, learning about things from more modern worlds, and
yes,
I was being a bitch.
I was so excited about the thermostat.
Oh, well, I could. Yes, they are very useful. I mean, yes. I am from. Well,
yes, it was a conversation that I had with Viren, and she told me everything I needed to know about the air conditioning and the thermostat.
I do miss air conditioning. It doesn't necessarily get hot here, so it's not that much of an issue. But, you know, the feeling of it being hot outside and walking in and it being nice and cool, that's such a nice feeling.
It is a feeling I miss.
That is so fascinating, and I really want to hear everything you have to say about the air conditioner and the thermostat. Specifically those two things only.
The best description for you, both of you, might actually be when it's really hot and you get into water and it's very cold. It's like that.
It's very nice. Thespis is like... Thespis is like, oh, no, Amir, maybe you should tell Magna about pizza. And Amir's, I can do that. I know about food.
That sounds amazing, and I would like to hear everything you have to say about the pizza. And only the pizza. Maybe the air conditioning.
Ivor is 100% laughing. She is still sitting on the floor and laughing.
Ivor is satisfied.
She could be more so.
No. Mm-mm.
Amir just, okay.
And if Ivor asks you about anything at all, do not answer her.
Oh, you mean?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean about explaining what a three-way is?
No.
Amir's face just red.
That's what we were bullshitting about.
I'm so sorry. I'm the worst person. I'm so awful.
Vespa's like, no, it's my fault. I said it without thinking. I just thought.
Or just kisses the top of their head.
Because you're dating Amir, and I I'm gonna stop now. And Amir just, Magna, let me tell you about pizza. Let's go.
Let's start there.
Let's go talk about pizza, and you also just see just how red his face and the thermostat and the air conditioning.
Okay. No, I don't want to hear.
You don't get to talk anymore.
I don't want to hear
No more words
from you. Nothing. Just no words. Just silence. Silence. No, I don't. Oh.
Do you know what a remote control is?
Oh, that's
apparently
a good one.
Magna needs to learn about what that is.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I really like that.
According to Winter, he needs to know what that is. I don't really understand what it is either, but she tried to explain it to me.
I do know what a remote control is. I can also tell you about what a remote control is. I'll tell you about pizza and air conditioning and thermostats and remote controls.
Very fascinating.
Let's go talk about food and machines.
Yes, I would really like to talk about food and machines.
All right. The rest of you, please be sure to get some rest.
Magna, I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I wanted to extend the
Don't lie directly to his face. We all know that you're not sorry.
No, you're not. You're laughing at me. You're laughing at my pain.
Amir takes your hand, Magna, and leads you out of the room.
I do love you, I promise.
Amir would lead you back to the room where Dimitri...
Like, as they're walking out the door, Magnus just gonna, like, poke his head back in and just be like, I hope you think about the things that you have done to me.
I will, long and hard.
No. No. Stop.
No, not the phrasing. Not the wording I would have wanted you to use there.
I did not like any of the words. I just cannot think them up again. Please just...
Stop talking.
And the thing is, Ivor is not trying to say it to make it sound dirty because she literally has no idea what that means.
No idea.
No.
So she was genuinely saying, not genuinely, because she's not genuinely going to think long and hard about it, but that was,
No,
a sincere sort of, like,
Sure.
Like, go fuck yourself.
I didn't mean it as a dirty joke.
No,
That's
but
how it came across.
everyone in the room thought so.
Everyone fucking came across, Ivor.
That's not how she was raised to talk or heard anyone talk around her, so she doesn't fucking get it.
She wouldn't know. She wouldn't know.
So everyone else in the room is just like...
Yeah, Cora was sailing for a while, so she expects that. She expects that to be that kind of joke, so she's like, no. That's not it, Chief.
Just
that ain't it, Chief.
Weren't you raised better?
Didn't your family raise you better than this? I know mine did.
God. So eventually Amir would take Magna back to the room where Biren and Dimitri currently are at. Dimitri's out like a light. He's tucked in. He's just completely... He's dead to the world. He is fast asleep.
Yeah.
What a bean.
Biren is sitting on the bed. And, like, she sees both how flustered you two are. And Biren is like, did I miss something?
You missed a lot, Biren.
Amir just, no.
I want to hear more about the thermostat and the air conditioning, please.
And Biren just...
This is a broken man.
So Birin and Amir spend about an hour telling you all about air conditionings and thermostats and
Yay.
how
Pizza,
they work
remote
and
control.
Pizza, remote control.
And it just
All the machines you'd ever want to know about.
And they just went to sit for probably like however long you guys wanted, and just hours of Amir and Birin very patiently and very pleasantly. Like they seem to be enjoying themselves, like teaching you about all these different things.
Just those things.
Just those things.
Just those.
Because as long as you don't bring it up,
Nobody needs to know.
No. No.
Then Amir would not. Amir would not.
He would not. He would not.
So yeah.
No.
And again,
That's all Thespis had to say.
Yep. And as far as Birin knows, if it's important, it'll get brought up. But if it's not important, she's just gonna let it go.
She's just gonna vibe.
She's just gonna vibe. We're gonna start wrapping up here because it is now past 2:00. So we're gonna start wrapping up. Y'all have done a lot. So so you all, Ivor, you would be able to go back and check on Winter. Winter's been keeping herself kind of busy all day. But she seems pretty tired. Not the same type of or level of tired that you are. But when you go back to the room and realize that she has actually kind of set up almost like a picnic in the bedroom. It's like I thought that maybe you might be a little socially tired, so I thought that we could have dinner in here, but just the two of us.
Okay.
Have you ever gone on a picnic before?
Every once in a while.
All right.
Mostly when I was little.
So I know normally they're outdoors, but the scenery ain't exactly the nicest for picnic weather outside. It's like thunder rumbles. So I thought an indoor picnic might be the best option.
Okay.
So and she's got some food, some snacks, some drinks. She did realize that you did mention that you weren't much of a drinker, like of alcohol. So she actually got like some just like some water, some tea.
It's not even much that she isn't a partaker. She just hasn't.
Well, Winter took that as probably not the drink to offer her. So has got like tea and water and stuff. She has laid out a blanket on the floor for you to sit on. Pillows for a little more cushion and comfort. Mm-hmm. This isn't the date that Winter had suggested, but it's just Winter and you spending time together. Having a nice little picnic.
Chelsea.
And Cora, you with Thespis probably end up back in the pillow fort. Or like near the pillow fort. Thespis is laying like on their side. They're just watching whatever you're doing. I'll admit.
Probably start the other painting, but wouldn't have it to where Thespis could see it.
Okay.
Ooh, secrets.
Thespis is just like, I don't regret it, but maybe 3 in one day was not the smartest.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think, speaking as not a tactician, I feel it might have been the best move for us in our plan, but on everything else.
Yeah, best move for moving forward.
Yeah,
but not for the people participating.
No, I'll admit I have never seen Richard or Larkin like that. I haven't seen Claudius like that either, but it didn't surprise me as much.
Yeah.
Larkin didn't really surprise me either. Richard surprised me. I know Roger probably won't have monsters come out, but I think it almost might be best because I think that Richard could do to let off some steam.
Yeah, honestly. Honestly, it'd probably benefit him more than anything.
Yeah.
Considering he agreed to not go immediately after Meredith and Gideon.
Yeah.
Don't know how long that's gonna last, though.
I think the moment he realizes that it's game on...
Yeah.
Thank you for your help.
Don't mind. It's better than just watching.
Well, I appreciate it, nonetheless.
It's nice. It's nice with her. It's nice having her there. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know from personal experience, but I can imagine it's nice to have her back.
Yeah, considering she was always there growing up. It was weird not hearing her.
Well, hopefully after we get out of here, it can go back to that.
And if it doesn't, I'm gonna make it be that way. So.
And you can tell that as Thespis is talking that they are like struggling to keep their eyes open. But they're like still trying to talk. Eventually at one point you give an answer or a response. Don't hear anything back. And kind of like look around your painting and Thespis is just curled up on the floor in the pillow fort asleep. Like still kind of watching you from the pillow fort, but is asleep.
Cora would go over, give him a very gentle like forehead smooch, cover them up better, and then go back to painting until she gets tired.
Okay.
And it's the painting that I told you about that she's working on, so. And then she puts it away and covers it and does what she can to make sure Thespis can't see it.
Head back for a little bit to Big Ol' Gun. Winter and Ivor with their little picnic. And then I'll make sure that no one else has anything else that they want to do, and then we'll wrap up. So Winter has got, again, various little foods out. Nothing too fancy, but it's all quite tasty. Some baked goods from Amir's bakery, some just various things. And Winter just, so you had a busy day.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
You seem quite tired.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of you.
I didn't really do much.
Looking at you begs to differ.
I got slammed in a wall.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. Accidentally.
I was about to say, you know when I said you rough up good, that wasn't me telling you to go get your ass kicked, right?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, like, if you want to be roughed up, like, don't go pissing off whoever.
No. The only people I want to piss off intentionally are Meredith and Gideon.
That's understandable. I don't think Gideon could do all that much. He's
trying to hit me with something.
Oh. He's a weenie and a half, that's for sure. I would suggest not Meredith too bad, all things considered, but God, I love to watch your sass. I'll admit, that was pretty hot.
I've dealt with too many people with bad attitudes.
Well, I love watching your attitude dealing with them, so I think that's a win-win for everyone involved, except for them, but that's part of the win for us.
Mm-hmm. Did Lily show you her seashell?
She sure as shit did. She also showed me that you can throw it at anything and it don't break.
Mm-hmm. It's part of the reason why I collected it.
Well, she's in love with it.
Good, it was one of my favorites.
I would say she'll take good care of it, but I have seen her throw it at a wall 3 times already, so...
I told her to.
Okay. Well, then I guess she'll take good care of it, following the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Just interesting, she don't normally do that.
Apparently she also said that she'd keep me. which is good.
Yeah, she seems pretty fond of you. You do fit in with us. A little too well.
Well, the three of you told me to have a bit more of a backbone than I did before.
Well, good. You deserve it.
It's gonna be hell when I get back home, though. Gonna have to relearn all my manners.
Do you, though?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe everyone else just needs to learn to loosen up a little bit.
No, I need to relearn my manners.
I mean, we could help them learn to loosen up. We're good at that.
I was specifically thinking about, like, people at court, and it's like, maybe not.
I'm just saying, get us at one of those fancy parties, we'll get a little Coyote Ugly up in there, and then there you go.
That would not, oh no.
What? It's always a hit at parties.
Don't get me wrong, I am so excited for that to happen. So excited. Other people probably won't be.
Ain't that part of the fun, though? You piss off the right people, entertain the right people. Dancing on a table in a drunken stupor really helps you learn who your friends are.
Okay.
That's my life advice.
Okay.
You know, I used to get paid to do that. Dance on tables.
Did you?
I did. I'll admit, though, it also involved me taking my clothes off. Paid really well, though. Yeah. It was a gig I had for a time.
Mm.
I promise you I wouldn't go taking off my clothes in front of your whole big fancy party people. Unless they wanted to pay me really well. But then I would ask your permission first. We are dating after all, and I don't need the money. I might need the money after this, though. Don't really know.
Ivor's not really listening. Because she's kind of just zoned out for a second.
When you're just, Ivor? Ivor? Mm-hmm. You okay there, darling? Where'd your mind go? Where'd your mind go?
No.
No? No? You sure? I mean, you know what I look like enough to imagine. You sure your brain didn't go nowhere?
So anyway, what made you
fucking medicine?
So what made you put this together?
Oh, the picnic. I don't know, just
Ivor clearly like, I'm embarrassed.
I don't know, I just had the spontaneous idea and decided that I'd go through with it. Spontaneity is a good way of life, I feel. Keeps things interesting. I don't know. Thought that you could use the cool down after all that you've gotten up to today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for joining me.
Her face and her ears are still like really red because her brain keeps shifting and she's like, God.
Winter's gonna not bring it up, though. Like, she's delighted with it as it is.
She's enjoying watching you get flustered.
Because, like, here's the thing. Winter knows she's hot. So it's like, yeah. I, too, would probably pay to see... I'd pay to see me naked and out. So I can fucking do it for free. I can just take off my clothes right now and boom. Free show.
I fucking love Winter.
It's my wife.
And you get a mirror drunk enough, he'll take it off too. Like,
no, I'm not taking my clothes off. I'm just showing you that it's healed. God.
Think on your sins.
No.
Think on them.
No.
Oh, So I might make you laugh. I brought up some of the things that you told me about to Magna.
Oh.
Some of the new things. And then Casper said that it would be a really good idea to ask Amir and Birin what a three-way is.
Winter's is.
What we live for.
No.
Sorry, it just snarfed.
What we live for.
Just snarfed my tea. They what?
You just what?
Just what your tea?
You just what your tea?
Snarf. It's when you laugh and you snort at the same time, and so my tea went up into my sinuses. And I'm okay. It's fine. It really sucks when it's Coke and you got the bubbles. Anyway,
I still don't know what Coke
doesn't know what Coke is.
So Magna
Worse.
Magna was told to ask Amir and Birin about a three.
Still not over the fact that she said fucking snarf. Why is this so goddamn funny? Holy shit.
We have a good time here.
Yeah.
So did he?
No, so I did.
And what'd they say?
Well, Birin wasn't in the room, so Amir just went really quiet. Magna started panicking, and then they left the room. But
That makes it sound so bad. That makes it sound so bad.
so I don't know. I think
But I
Magna was-
promise I'd think long and hard about what I just said.
Boy,
Please.
we have fun here.
Please, if you come down with us to breakfast tomorrow, please ask them how that talk went. Because I can't keep bullying them.
So you want me to?
Yes, please.
Oh God, Magna, I'm so sorry.
I mean, you can also do the same thing with Thespis and Cora, because they were acting kind of a little sketchy for a while there. But
But who would the third person? Who would the third person be in that one?
it wouldn't even have to be mentioning the three-way.
Oh, just the general. Okay.
Oh God.
I told you that they kissed, right?
Yeah.
Winter's got so much shit on Thespis too. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would love to see a roast between fucking Thespis and Winter. I
That'd
would.
be so good. Oh my God.
Oh Lord. So, you and Winter, lots of laughs. You know, it's just a cool down from the day you've had.
Probably the first time that Winter has seen her, like, genuinely laugh.
Which
Like, full-on belly laugh.
Winter.
It's that trope of just like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Like she was already very cute before. Fuck.
Yeah. Very just smitten the whole way through. And then after you guys finish dinner, kind of get cleaned up, Winter takes things downstairs. You do hear, in the distance, you kind of hear little muffles of Larkin talking, so he kind of seems to be out from wherever. You guys would eventually kind of conk out and get some sleep. Before we wrap up, just do Magna, Amir, and Birin just talk machines and food for till whenever, or is there anything in particular Magna would?
You know, I need to stop thinking about the word snarf. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fucking laughing at.
If we ever had merch for Nexilis, the two things that I would want is just
We can make it happen.
is just, I want, like, a t-shirt that just has, like, the fogging effect and then genius written on the front.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I want. I want that one because it's like,
great.
oh,
That's
fuck,
great.
that kind of hurts a little bit. And then I need
It's
a
like,
fucking...
buy our 2 shirts, Genius and Snarf.
No, see, what I can see is like a knocked over soda can. In the soda is the word snarf.
Snarf. Or it's a Snarf can. That's what it is. Snarf soda.
And also, I don't have any fucking money, Richard. I'm like $100.
Oh God!
I want that.
Instead of the "In God We Trust," I don't have any fucking money, Richard.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something cute to do to wrap up for Magna, but no, I'm sitting here. Yes, Snarf. What the fuck? What the fuck?
So we just want to end it on that?
No, I wanted to do something cute, but fucking Snarf. Fucking Snarf.
I will say, I find it kind of funny that like the last 10 minutes of this entire session has just been us laughing, which honestly is beautiful.
We started laughing.
With the 3-way.
Laugh.
It started with the 3-way, and now we're ending with Snarf. And then my brain just went, "Oh, that's what we're calling it these days, huh?"
Which I find this so fucking funny, considering that 3/4 of us are on the ace spectrum.
Oh, fuck.
But like, we cannot stop laughing about fucking 3-ways. Honestly,
That's no. You need to understand that anyone on the A spectrum is going to make more sex jokes than anyone else.
Yeah.
Because we're so detached from it. It's like,
funny word.
Did you miss a 3-way? No, we started with the word 3-way.
Yeah.
And now we're on Snarf.
Jesus Christ.
now we're on Snarf.
I mean,
I fucking hate this.
y'all learned canonically that Richard in Nexilis has had a 3-way.
Yeah, but this isn't about
And now, no.
We were all very aware of that.
We witnessed parts of it.
Yeah, it's true. You all did witness parts of
We all
Richard.
bonded.
Magna, there you go. There's a 3-way.
No, he didn't know the term for it. He just looked at it and went, "He's having a nice time."
Sure is.
He's having a nice time.
Having a
fucking
good
5'5" vampires getting digged down by a fucking Azamar and a Goliath.
He was getting Snarf.
Oh, hi, Hollis. Hi, Hollis. Welcome to stream. We're about to finish up.
I have a
Snarftown,
comment.
USA. What?
If having a good time is not on Richard's playlist, it needs to be.
Oh, Snarftown, USA.
I want to do something fucking cute, but I can't because I'm being plagued by Snarf.
Okay, but we need to make,
Is there any Thespis and chorus stuff that can happen so that Jason can breathe?
Somebody help me. Please help me.
Oh, it's true.
So what I'm understanding is the Snarf USA, Snarf
Stop.
City USA, we need to make into one of the phone backgrounds.
Snarftown, USA. We'll put it on a postcard. It'll be okay. It'll be fine.
Welcome to Nexilis,
Like
Sister Town, Snarftown,
Gravity Falls
USA.
font.
I think Snarftown is like, if Nexilis were like a state or something, I think Snarftown would be the capital.
Or it's Welcome to Nexilis, Sister City of Snarftown.
It's like
They're
right across the
sister
way you'll
cities.
see Snarftown.
They're sister cities.
It's the fucking. It's if Welcome to Nexilis turn into Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just replaced Schitt's Creek with Snarf.
Snarf Creek.
I would say we could. This is like I could say that there could be more fucking like Winter and Ivor shit so that Jason has some time. But A, I don't have anything to say, and B, it would just make it worse.
I need to stop. I can't stop, and I'm What the fuck?
So Amir
So-
and Buren
Yeah.
would have told you
Stop fucking.
about. I'm ignoring the chat.
I'm moving chat over here. I'm moving chat away from me.
Amir and Birin would have talked to you kind of about what these various machines are, basically anything, and also it's like if something gets brought up and they mention like, oh, and it's great to have air conditioning in cars. Well, what's a car? So them like kind of just teaching you about all these various things. At some point, Dimitri would wake up.
Yeah.
Just kind of like you all are talking, and then just you kind of hear the creak of the bed as Dimitri just kind of sits up and is like rubbing his face. He's like, "How long was I out?" And so Dimitri kind of enters the conversation, not seeming to want to go back to sleep quite yet. And the four of you all end up talking, and Magda, you can tell Dimitri's not mad in the sense, if nothing else, that he's acting kind of how he normally does. He's being a little bit, not more jovial, but like a little softer, especially after the day y'all have fucking had. He'd probably tease a little bit about it, like I'm sure how you started your day today. Not a ideal way to continue it forward, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you were hungover.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit, not too much.
Yeah. I'm glad you feel better now.
And I'm really sorry about all the stuff and the water and the falling on the floor thing. And I was really stupid.
You were really drunk. And
It was really stupid.
it was kind of funny. And
Yes, but it was stupid though.
I've dealt with unpleasant drunks. You were fun.
Okay, I'll take that. Why not?
It was a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
But it's not the worst thing.
No. I mean, I do not want to jinx it, but it could always be worse.
You know what? Demetrius kind of leans over, like knocks on some of the wood of the bed. Could always be worse. This is not me asking for it. Please, just acknowledging fact. Knocks on the wood again.
He's trying to be hopeful. Look at him go.
He's trying. Are you feeling better, hungover-wise?
I think so. I went to the sauna this morning, and it was nice.
Good. I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. So are you doing okay with the whole, nose thing?
Well, it's not every day that I get hit full force with the rage of an angry fae.
Yeah, that
That's
doesn't sound normal.
New. And sucked. I'm surprised I was able to contain it. I'll take it.
You did a good job, though.
Thank you.
You pulled out 3 of those, and that's not easy.
I was half delirious at the last one, so I really don't remember much of what happened.
I know you fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Richard trying to leave. I remember putting up a wall. I ever put up a wall, so I put down my wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was in the bed.
Yep, that's kind of how that happened.
Good. Well, I would say I hope I didn't miss anything interesting, but at this point I would...
Nope, you did not miss anything interesting at all.
Not a single thing.
Nope, it's fine. You didn't miss anything.
That is a very quick response, but honestly, I am starting. I have learned recently that the old wishing someone to live in interesting times being a curse. I see why.
Yeah. Don't listen to Ivor if she says anything. Joan, don't. I know you two talk all the time, but please don't listen to a thing that she says about anything, please.
About anything?
I am telling you this, honestly. She might say some really weird things, and I have a feeling you might know what those things are. So please don't listen.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't do it. If she says anything that starts with a number, don't listen, because whatever follows is going to be really bad.
Okay.
I kind of have to be cryptic because Amir was also in the room and he also heard it, and it's not okay.
He also still doesn't know what it is.
Dimitri just kind of like...
Don't do it. Don't ask. I'm afraid.
Oh,
I'm afraid.
okay.
That doesn't make it better.
Okay.
Afraid of the repercussions if I ask. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I don't know, but I just know that it is not great. And he's gonna kind of like lean over and he's gonna like whisper it to Dimitri because he doesn't want the other two to hear. He's just gonna whisper, she's making fun of me because I don't know what a three-way is. Yes, my thoughts exactly.
She does.
She does because Winter's been telling her all of these things.
Yep, okay.
But then she said that she said I should ask Amir, and then Despis was like, oh wait, no, you could just talk to Amir and Birin because that would make sense. And I was like, that's probably the worst thing that I could do because if I ask, I'm going to die.
You see Dimitri actually start to chuckle?
Why is that funny? I'm going to die.
No.
A second time. I'm going to welcome second death if I ask these questions. Dimitri, please.
Magna, you're not gonna die.
And
like,
why not?
He actually
Why am I not going to die?
He actually gives you like a smile. It's like kind of the biggest smile you've seen on Dimitri.
I love Dimitri, okay?
It just no, it's not a bad thing. Are you assuming that you're gonna die because Amir got really flustered after it?
Yes, I think that's what happened.
Amir just gets flustered easily about those kinds of topics. It's fine. You're not in any trouble. You're not gonna die.
Why are you laughing at me? This isn't funny.
Do you know what a three-way is?
No. And I don't know if I want to know.
I can tell you in the most basic terms, and then we can leave it at that, just so you understand why Thespis said what they said.
I don't know if I want to know, Dimitri.
Do you want me to not? Do you not want me to tell you?
Well, then I'm going to be riddled with guilt for not asking.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, but I do. But I don't. This is really complicated.
Okay, your fucking mind up.
Dimitri leans in. Just so this is just between you two. Just a three-way.
No.
Is when three people are physically intimate with each other at the same time. So it's just three people having a good old time. If that's your thing.
That explains all the Richard stuff.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah. So that is also why Thespis probably mentioned Amir and Biren. It's
Suddenly I got very, very tired.
You know what? We'll be in the tired club together.
I mean, you more so than me. I just kind of stood there while you slept on me.
That wasn't a bad experience. The sleeping on you thing.
Yes, I'm very soft.
You are.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm sleepy.
Okay, goodbye.
I'm going
Yep.
back to bed.
Yep, you do that. I'm going to be over here on this side of the bed. Good night.
Goodbye.
Good night. Amir and Biren would both also kind of like get comfortable, get more into sleep appropriate clothes, and all four of you get kind of snuggled up in bed. Yeah, and that's where we're gonna.
Say,
That's what, huh?
super short. Literally, it's gonna take 2 seconds.
Okay.
It's not have to be repeated at all. Cora, when she lays down, is going to pull Thespis onto her chest and just let them sleep like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
So everyone conks out with snuggles,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
and that is the hell of a day that y'all have had in
Hell
Nexilis. And that is this week of Welcome to Nexilis.
Yay!
So starting next week, we are probably going to be starting early because come the Nexilis sequel, we are going to have to start earlier.
Yes.
So next week we are going to start, and I'll make the announcement on Twitter and in Discord, that we will be from here on out starting closer to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, everything is getting worked to be uploaded onto YouTube, and the
Surely.
Yeah, the VOD is also available. Thank you all so much, everyone.
You're welcome, Jason. I know you're laughing at. You're welcome.
I fucking hate you.
Thank you, everyone, so much who joined. It was always fun to have y'all come and join us. Thank you to the raid that came in. That was fun.
Yes. Got a few new followers in that too, so thanks for joining the family.
Yeah, thank you for joining the family. Hope that you can catch us next week. I am just seeing who is. There's not a lot of people streaming right now, but
Very late.
I can check. Let me also look with my eyes.
Because I see. Oh, I see.
As opposed to what?
Someone I follow is
My
playing
nose.
Hades, so we could raid them.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
I just went, oh, Casper's streaming.
Really? Never would have guessed that, Jason.
Oh, God.
Are you okay, Jason?
No, I'm not okay. I'm gonna fucking
There's some muted
snarf.
It was the
Fucking
snarf.
It was snarf. It was snarf.
All
It
right.
was Snarf that did you in.
I know. Snarf is gonna be the death of me.
So someone that I follow is playing Hades right now, so we're gonna raid them. No idea how long they can plan to be playing, but yeah.
Hades.
We're
Return
gonna
to
probably finish up in the next 5 minutes, and we're just be like, oh, sorry.
Hey, just for chat, I didn't need any kind of an explanation.
Magna, however, is a dumb
Magna,
bitch.
however, is a dumb bitch. But we love him regardless.
We love him so
We
fucking
love him
much.
so. What do you mean? Sure. My brain is huge.
It's huge but smooth.
It's huge but smooth. There's so much in it, it just can't find its way out.
There's so much surface area, but it's all just flat and smooth.
So much prime real estate going on here.
It's
free real estate.
Hey! See, now I have to do. It's Snarftown, USA.
I didn't need that.
Get down
I
and
think you did.
Yes, you
Snarfin'.
did.
Snarftown USA.
That's literally what was in my head the entire time. I'm not even
That's
fucking
so.
kidding.
What?
All right. So everyone.
No, the answer is no. He's never been to a bar before, so let's just. There we go.
All right, everyone. Thank you so
That's
much
all.
for joining us. Be sure to tune in on Wednesday as Nessa Cecil and I on this channel play something. Not sure what. And yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Y'all should play Dream Daddy again.
Ooh, we should play Dream Daddy again.
Y'all
Yes.
should play Dream Daddy again.
Oh my god.
I just recently played Dream Daddy again so that I could get through Damien's route, and every single time I heard Jason, I was like, is my buddy.
Here's my buddy doing my buddy things.
Also, still my favorite part. Ah!
Yeah. I can do that so much better now, okay? I can scream so much better now because since then, my life has fucking.
All right. It is
All right.
2:45. Everyone, thank you all so much for
Jason,
joining
I made
us.
another one.
We're going to go ahead and raid. For a split second, I thought they had just ended. All right, so let us all go give a raid and show this person some love.
Fuck you, Chelsea.
So everyone be sure to hop
let's
on
go
to the
raid.
Yeah, raiding. We're doing that.
So, and if you end up not staying for the raid, everyone take care. It is late.
Fuck.
And there we go. Yeah, let me go. There we go. Bye.
I made so many of those, Jason. I was listening and making those as I was going.
I still can't get over